Alright then guys, so we should be live. So I was having a look back to see when we were actually last live on doing a live stream in general. And incredibly, or crazily, should I say, it was actually on the 7th of July 2021. Shame on me for not getting around to doing a stream since then. But I hope everybody is doing well. Let me know what the audio's like, the video's like, whatever. See if everything's looking good. Because like I say, it's been a long time since I've done this. I can probably up quite a lot of things since then. I'm trying to think. No, I was still in this house. I was thinking was I in another house back in the day when I actually streamed. But actually, I think it's okay. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's Christmas going as well? Feel free to use the chat. I will be chatting to you guys as we go. So Stratinja, I think it is. Mitrovic, how's it going? Ackling Cray, how's it going? We've also got Kijmanji, I think I want to say it. I'm going to murder everybody's names. Rudak as well. Welcome guys. Hopefully you guys are all going to have a good Christmas, and at the minute it's all doing well, and it's not too cold because the UK has got cold. It has got very cold in the last week and a bit. How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? That'd be really good. Is the stream looking good? Can you hear me properly? And music. It would help if I actually put music on as well before I ask you guys about music. Not really, Ryan. Good to see you, man. Mike Perkins as well. Good to see you all. So yeah, here it's -8. Okay, I have nothing to complain about then. I think the lowest it's been around me has been about -4, -5, but that is at night. So yeah. Unfortunately, our house seems to be leaking heat from every single room at the minute. It's not doing so good. Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. But you know, it's all good, right? You know, it's fine. It's just seems to be a bit of a cold spell for the time being. But is everybody excited about Christmas and all of that? Everybody doing well? Everybody got their presents all sorted out? If they've got to buy any for anybody? I know I have. Oh, well, look at this. This is why we need to go in and just fix stuff. Because I miss things out for some reason. But yeah, everybody been doing well. It's been too long for me to be since I've live streamed. Way too long, hasn't it? I know. So yeah, why am I live streaming? That's probably going to help, wouldn't it, as well? So the reason I'm live streaming is I need to get back into Minecraft properly. I don't know why, I've been in a bit of a slump. Earthman MC, hey man. Good to see you. Missed the consistency. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I need to get back into it, man. But thank you so much for supporting me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I know you've been around for a long time supporting me as well. I've seen your name there for a long time. Yeah, no, I need to get back into everything properly. So that's actually one of the reasons for this live stream, is to kind of get, not really re-inspired, but I don't know, get reinvigorated, get a bit of oomph back. I don't know, I've kind of lost it, and it's been a lot going on in my work, I'm not going to lie. My work has been very, very heavy, so my full-time job, apart from YouTube, has been incredibly heavy over the last 6 months. But yeah, it's definitely taken a lot out of me, and I want to get back into this kind of stuff, because this is the stuff that I used to do as well. Come and play some Minecraft, you know? Play some Minecraft, have a bit of fun. I wonder if actually make those windows a bit bigger, I don't know. Yeah, let's make them bigger. One bigger. I know it means they're going to be stuck together, but because they kind of flip over onto this side, they'll do a bit better. What do I do? So I kind of look after some very big systems for the NHS. So our local NHS provider, which is the National Health Service, that is the health service in the UK. It's government kind of run. So it's a public service, which is always good, or I find it's really good. These windows look terrible. I'm going to go back to the singles. Yes, it's a big public service. I work for them, and I look after a data warehouse, so that all the providers are kind of split up to make it so that you can actually... It makes a lot of sense. When I joined the NHS, I was like, this seems crazy, but actually then when I saw how different every organisation is and what the needs are, I was like, okay, this makes sense. This makes perfect sense now. But yeah, I look after databases. So I run a little team of engineers, like software engineers. And yeah, we bring in data, do transformations of data, do lots of other stuff as well, cool stuff. some web automation stuff. We cheat, in other words, you know, where somebody goes, no, you can't actually get data this way, and I write a little script that pretends to be a human. That kind of stuff. So that's always good. Which version of Minecraft do I play? Well, the version of Minecraft I play is Java Edition and 1.19 at the minute. I do need to upgrade it to whatever the latest one is, 1.19.1 or 2, or I don't even know what it is. Mike Perkins notes your absence. Oh, sorry, man. I know. I've been around. I've kind of been. I don't know. I've just been in this like slump. I think that's what's going on. I am RN. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm going to try and catch everybody's names. If I do miss you and you guys want me to say hello to you, then just post again if I have missed you, because it will happen at some point. But I'm going to try and be good. I'm also going to be drinking coffee as we go as well, just so you guys know. I'm glad that this is all working. Music all good. Sound of my voice all good, because I just used the settings that were there from a year ago, so it might be rubbish, I don't know. There we go. So yeah, we're going to be doing little bits of building, but most of this is going to be chatting to you guys. That's the plan. So although I'll be doing like bits of building, it's kind of stuff that I do usually when I'm doing the Lordsport episode. The bit that I'll actually, I'll actually talk to you guys about that, because I don't think I've ever done it. So like this building right here is going to be in the next episode. So whenever I'm doing the actual time lapse, I'll only do the faces that I will probably see in the episode, but in the actual time lapse part. But like this whole side of the entire building, you can't see it in the time lapse bit. So I actually have to go in and I have to fill it all up, do all the detail afterwards. It just makes it a lot more, I don't know, chillable, I don't know, something like that. And I was thinking, well, if I'm doing this and I'm just sat there and I'm just watching, at the minute I'm just watching Lindsay YouTube stuff. Those Americans that are out there, I've found Dave Ramsey. I love him to bits. So I don't know, I just like his, I don't know, there's the stories that people call in on. I've just been loving that. I've just been addicted to it. I don't know why. So some people are going to be like, yeah, no, just don't do it. But yeah, it's been good and fun. Earthman says, been enjoying your building series and variety content though. Thanks, man. What do you enjoy the most? That's going to be quite interesting, actually. I can ask all you guys in the comments, because I don't really get, well, I haven't had an opportunity like this for a good year and a bit, to say, you know, what do you guys enjoy the most, my content-wise? Because that's always, you know, a thing when I'm looking to next year, which is only around the corner now. It'll be interesting to hear what your thoughts are. What do you enjoy the most? Do you want more streams? Which I think next year I'm going to try and do like a minimum of 1 stream a month or something like that. I'm going to set myself some goals, definitely. But yeah, we'll see. Now this back part of it, we can actually have windows, guys. I was going to say there's no point in putting windows on this thing, but actually it looks over this bay over here, so we're going to do that. Ackland Grey loves the Lordsport series. It's a great inspiration for me. Glad you like it, man. If there's anything that you want to see up close, and I can show you, you know, while we're doing the stream, let me know. Not a problem. Just be aware that you'll be disappointed when you go into the interiors, because it sucks to say, but they're blank. I've been trying. All right, it's just that, you know, you get a lot of this. If there is stuff that you want to see, that's cool. KJ Imani says, I haven't really watched Lordsport that much, but love your shipbuilding videos. Okay, cool. That's good, man. Yeah, I want to get some bigger ones out. I actually need to get some bigger ones out. There's 2 on the shipbuilding front that I've been meaning to do for like 10 years. And I think next year's going to be, I would say this year, but we're kind of out of time this year. So next year, I'm going to try and get the Jackdaw from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And I'm also going to try and get, what's the other one? Flying Dutchman as well. Yeah, I want to get those 2. But I also want to do a 5th gun ship of the line, which I know isn't a ship of the line. I know that's a frigate. But people, whenever they're searching, whenever I look at the search terms, it's always that way. That little window actually doesn't look too bad. I don't know if we want to do one there as well. Nah, because we're only going to do one there, aren't we? Let's do it. It's just, you know, you would shove that in, wouldn't you? Sure, why not? I would anyway. So there we go. Christian Hill, welcome to the stream. So you found me when I was doing the Roman series and loved everything. Oh man, that Sancreporter, I love that place. Honestly, I actually loaded up Conquest, like old metadata. 1.17.1? That doesn't sound right. 1.7.10? That sounds better. Yeah, 1.7.10 Minecraft, really old, ancient Minecraft. And I actually went and had a look at that again, because it's awesome. And I was thinking like, oh, I can use this inspiration for Lordsport. Then when I actually compared the building sizes, Lordsport's buildings are about 2 to 3 times the size of anything in Sancroporta. And that's why it's been difficult to complete this series, I think. But just looking at the size of the whole thing, I was like, oh, I can get some inspiration. But yeah, no, the Roman stuff, I really enjoyed it. I love doing the Roman stuff. I don't know, I quite like doing all that Conquest stuff when I was doing like loads of different things. I just got majorly burnt out and I didn't finish a single one. So when I did Pataria, that was one of the big things with Pataria. I can't get a map up, I have no idea how to do that. But when I, got into Pataria again, I was like, nah, I'm going to do one thing at a time and I'm going to complete it. And then when I got to Lordsport, I was like, I need to do a city. And I don't think I realised just how big this place is, because it's pretty huge. I mean, just for Smithshaven, this is the whole area that we've got all the way down here to fill up. So I think the next episode that I'm currently working on, I'm going to try and do this whole thing here and this bit here. That's my plan in my head, and then we're going to do the Dwarf Forge is going to be the episode after that. That's what I think we're going to go for. But yeah, so that's cool. Mike Perkins loves the Star Wars tutorials. I love Star Wars as well, man. I need to do some bigger stuff. So the Razor Crest. Oh man, the Razor Crest took a long time for me to do. I think I just spent too much time on it. But I've got a Millennium Falcon double scale that I've been working on for a long time. I need to get that done. And then after that, I was going to do... it's a light cruiser. The light cruiser thing from Star Wars. I can't remember what it's called. No, it's not something like that. I don't know. Arquins? I don't know, something like that. That's on my list because it's smaller, so it's like a smaller Star Destroyer type of thing that's not really a Star Destroyer. So yeah, all of that stuff. Akring, I'm doing terrible with names. You can tell I haven't done this for a while. Akring Cray, totally understand the interior grind. For me, it just sucks out all my inspiration. I don't mind it, right? It's just, it takes a lot of time. So like, the Warriors Guild, right? Like, I've done a good chunk of that as those Building with Dakr series type stuff, which I actually enjoyed doing quite a lot. I'm pretty happy with like this. This turned out quite nice. Did I do like the downstairs or something? I can't remember. Have I done downstairs? I don't think I've done the downstairs actually. Yes, I've got loads of stuff to do, so I was going to do some fighting stuff here. I need to do a roof on that whole thing. I need to, obviously sort these beams out, but I like how I've got these little bits in there. I like when you can go from the street level. Actually, I'll show you guys why. I quite like doing, because this is the stuff that you don't get to see in those time lapses, and you wouldn't get to see otherwise. But what I do like to do is probably not in this street. Where's the other street that's got it on? Not that one. Man, there's so many streets in this place. It's crazy. If we go down underneath here, like all this stuff you don't get to see. Like there's little bits of blood everywhere, little puddles. We got a little like mat here. Somebody's actually homeless and living under the bridge. All that stuff kind of exists in Lordsport, which I love. There we go. Look. Oh, and also the other thing, I can actually do that with glow. Actually, now that we've got the glow stuff, I haven't actually done that. Let's get the. Wouldn't it be nice? We're gonna go with I think orange dye. I think we'll go with this one. Yeah, look at that. Wouldn't it be nice? So all of them have got pun names. I've been trying to get every single shop having a pun name. So, so wouldn't it be nice? It's wouldn't it be nice? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I'm going to catch up with the comments while we're just sat here, and I'm going to be drinking my coffee. Imran, welcome to the stream. When does the city take place? Like what era? It is medieval, but I'm going to say it's like late medieval because, well, for one, this is where it's kind of a bit conflicted. All right. We got cannons, so since we got cannons, it's not really like mid-medieval. It's definitely not early medieval. So it's kind of like late medieval period because we have got cannons. It's mostly because just the Age of Sail ships look cool. It's as simple as that, and I really wanted them, so we've kind of gone for that. So that's why, like, for example, the main castle, which I've forgotten the name of already, but like the main castle, which is huge, by the way, guys. That castle, if you guys want me to do like live streams on the interior of this castle, I can do. But it's like this bit got kind of tagged on. We got ooh, get some lag on the server. That's never good. I was worried about that. I was thinking, actually I've upped the bit rate to try and get it a little bit smoother. I was thinking, oh no, it's going to end up being a bit laggy, but it should be okay. Should be able to take it. But yeah, this place is huge. This place is absolutely huge, so yeah, that's where it's going. Earthman says, I mean, honestly, I've always enjoyed the Lordsport larger builds, even Bird's content too. I like Bird's content. Bird's awesome. So if you guys don't know, Bird Lunkett, he's got his own channel. He's one of my, he's been a subscriber, a supporter of the channel for a long time. Why am I looking at the floor? And he's also got his own channel, and his stuff's really cool. It's actually on the server as well. It's on this server. It's wicked. Anyway, the variety playthroughs has been interesting. I like the development and growth with trying new thing. Yeah, fair dues. Cool. Sounds good. Minecraft builds. Hey man, how's it going? You download the Pretaria map. Good luck, man. If you build cool stuff, well, it doesn't matter if you build cool stuff or not cool stuff. Build some stuff. That's what always people get like kind of discouraged of like sharing screenies because like it's not as good as X. Don't worry about that. If you're proud of it and you're happy with it and you know it looks cool to you, post it, man. There's always going to be like stuff you can improve on forever. But yeah, post it. Oh yeah, I remember this now. I was like, what am I going to do with this little tower? That was it. So yeah, I plonked in bits and bobs, but yeah. So lame, only 22 people watching this legend. That is not how I think about it. So the way that I think about, you know, 23 people that are now watching it, don't worry about that. You know, you could be like, oh man, more people should be watching me. Oh no, that sucks. No, it's just more exclusive now. You know, that's the way you got to think about things. That you're here, other people aren't. You can ask me any questions you want. I'll chat to you. No problem at all. If I get more, I get more. If I get less, I get less. It doesn't really matter. That's the way you got to think about things. You can always compare yourself to something else or another number. It's really easy to get caught in numbers. But yeah, don't worry about it. I don't. Ilfirin, how's it going? Adam Kennedy, how's it going? Saying, am I ever going to go back to Mystic Pines or maybe incorporate it into Lordsport? Yeah, so there has been some bits of Mystic Pines incorporated. Look at this thing. So there, I'm not going to go back to it. I can't remember if I did a world download for it or not. I might have done or I might have not. Let me know if I haven't done one, but there might already be one on the channel. I know I had it planned, so you could go and have a look around it. Lordsport is just, for example, so Mystic Pines would probably make up this little ring of houses here. So it's probably like 10, 20, 30, 20 times? Probably 20 times the size, I reckon. Lordsport's already about 20 times the size. So no plans to go back, but yeah. Freddie Dugan, pun names, have you got a fishmonger called A Place in the Sun? I have not. I am going to take that, my man. I've got a list. I will like that. I will even credit you, alright? So whenever I do finish Lordsport and I put up a download for it, you will be on the sign next to it, alright? Whenever stuff goes up. Right, okay, so apparently my PC's now decided to slow right down. That's fine. What I'm going to do, though, is I will grab that, write it down on in old school, right? Piece of paper. Doesn't lag out. Freddie Dugan. Cool, man. A Place in the Sun. Yeah, so I'll show you which ones I've got. You'll love them. The interesting thing is it all comes from, like, where I live. Like, there's already this, the Codfather exists around me. Like, I can go to the Codfather, you know? Get some stuff. Look at this. This one's Frying Nemo. Let's get that glowing now, like Frying Nemo. What else have we got around here? This one. This isn't one. Oh, this is where something happened when I upgraded. So there's a sign right here, but like I can't see it. I don't know if anybody else has had that, but I had it when I upgraded, just normal Minecraft. But that one I think was the Codfather, and I might have Soul Place as well. I'm not totally sure, but I love that one. Thank you very much, man. Mr. Shark Studios getting free views on my streams. Dude, like I said, that's totally cool. Think about it. It's 3 people watching your stream. It's wicked. Like, that's the way you got to think about it. You'd be like, cool, this is really good. Right, I've got these 3 people. I'm going to interact with them as much as I can. And then smash that out of the park. It's when I always feel sad when I've got too many people and the chat's going so fast that I can't actually respond to people. That drives me nuts. I'd much rather it be small, manageable. I can chat to people. People can then interact. We can have, have a talk. I can be like, "What do you think of this?" And you can be like, "That sucks. What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Fair dues." That's what it's about. That's much better. All right. So, and it will build as well. If you keep on streaming and you keep on doing it, and you want to do like streams all the time, then you can do, and you can build up a good audience that way. That's the way you got to think about it. I remember when I started, right, I was having a look back at this. I was just like, oh, I wonder what it was like back then. What was I actually doing, you know? What was the videos that I was doing when I started out? I had a bit of a nostalgia kind of feel. I had a look at it, and, you know, what I used to do is, because at the time I was unemployed, I was actually searching for a job, so YouTube I just kind of started as a thing. And what I ended up doing is, you know, I'd post a video, and then somebody would be like, "Oh, dude, can you build X?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I think I can actually." I would go build it, I'd go tutorial it, and within about 4 hours, it would be up on the channel. So I only had like 1 or 2 subscribers, but they were like, "Oh, dude, I've always wanted to be able to do this, but I've been a bit stuck." And then you get some really good kind of, you'll be able to talk to people. It's much more like exclusive, really. And that's the way that I think about it, alright? So that's the way you got to think about it. And if you want your channel to grow, it will grow, you know? It's just, everybody's looking for quick ways to win these days. They're like, "Oh man, that person's got X, don't worry about it." Don't worry about that at all. Just worry about making the best content, being the best kind of person, and you will grow. So that's the main thing. So yeah, pretty cool. And also, it looks like Earthman has just subbed to you, man. There you go. You now got 4 people. How cool is that? Do you know what I mean? This is awesome. That's what you want. People, good people, good community people, like Earthman. It's all good. Tommy Britton, hi man. This is the first time I've seen you alive, and I've been watching you since the HMS Victory. Man, that's so old. Victory. I need to redo the Victory. Love your videos. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate the support. And man, you've been around for a long time. Like that's like 8 years, I think, 7-8 years. That is crazy. Stelvia, hello. Have you ever thought of doing a time-lapse build which with blocks from mods, such as the All Mods 8 or better Minecraft? I used to, man. I used to do it with Conquest Reforged. I also built my own mod for the modern stuff, modern builds. So there's some of those on the channel. Yarrowin is the series if you're interested in the medieval stuff. That's all on there, and I also did it on what was the other map that I used to have? Can't remember at all. I have no idea what it's called, but I've named them all things. But yeah, I've got them on the channel. You can go and check those out if you want to. The reason I'm not going down that route anymore, the reason I've kind of switched, one, like, so I'm a really good programmer. Like, I started on very low pay. I've now tripled my pay, you know, in 8 years. So I've done really well on the programming side. Kind of got as high as I want to go. I could make more money if I went private, but I'm not interested at the minute. Who knows what would happen with this inflation craziness? But at the minute, I'm still pretty happy. So I was like, I'll just build a mod. I built it. It's totally cool. But I was like, man, I'm trying to do YouTube and keeping this mod going and adding stuff to it all the time. And the problem is when you actually do your own mod as well. I know this is kind of ramble. This is, by the way, this is what I'm like on. If you guys talk too much, just ramble. Yeah, with like all of that stuff, when I was writing a mod and things like that, it was just taking up so much time. I was like, oh man, it'd be really cool if I was doing the shipping container place on Dakr City or something like that. I think it's called something like Dakr City. I'm not totally sure, but why did I put the windows on this other side? So that's probably going to help me. I just did 2. Cool. So I did 2 with a 2-block gap. That makes more sense. I think because with this one I want to make it kind of a bit smaller. Windows wise. That's got a 3-block gap though. It's got to be because it's on the inside. Yeah, it's because it's on the inside, so that wall disappears. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I was writing the mod, and I was building a container, kind of like shipyardy thingy port, you know, modern port. I was just like, man, I need some blocks for this. So I spent like, rather than building, I spent like 3-4 hours like making textures, just so I could have different coloured container things, which was fine. But I was spending more time on that than I was actually building, and the bit that I enjoy, I like building. So I got rid of the mod. From the Conquest stuff, obviously the Conquest mod, by the way, guys, is fantastic, amazing development team. They're brilliant. Like, simple as that. They are really good at what they do, and they make a fantastic mod if you want to get into that stuff. Conquest is a brilliant texture pack. Monsterfish, amazing artist. You know, that I think that's why it works. You've got like a good mixed team of people where, you know, Monsterfish can do his cool texture stuff. The mod guys do their cool mod stuff, and they have done amazingly well. The only reason I don't do it is it takes a lot of time. So if I was going to do Lordsport in like Conquest, I'd still be at the start. That's the problem, you know. It looks amazing, but it takes a lot of time. For me, I don't have that much time. The other thing is, I like doing tutorials as well, and it kind of makes it difficult for people that are just using, like, are on the console or on Pocket, where they can't get the mod. That makes it quite difficult. It kind of eliminates, well, you know, people that are on those different versions that they just can't do it. Otherwise, I then have to convert everything over, and I've got to spend time doing that. So it ends up being a bit of a pain. But honestly, since switching, I have enjoyed switching, and this sounds weird. I've enjoyed switching over to default. It's made me think in different ways, and it's actually made me a better builder. Because rather than having the block at my fingertips, like I said, I used to be able to just build it, or like make a block. I made lamps. I made lamps that you could right-click and turn on and off, and that took a lot longer than it should have done because I'm not a Java programmer. And I was like, this seems far too complicated. Give it to me in C#. I could write this in about 10 minutes flat, but in Java I've got to figure out how you do certain things. It's just a bit of a pain. So I just found it difficult. But yeah, with Conquest as well, you know, you've got so many different choices, whereas as soon as you go to vanilla, you're like, I've got limited choices. I gotta make stuff work. But what you end up finding is, like, you go like, oh, I need to vary this building. Oh, I got brick. Okay, what's close to brick? Well, I can use the hardened... Is this hardened clay? Have I got that right? Terracotta, yeah. I can even call it hardened clay because that's what it used to be called. But, yeah, you can then go for that, and then you go, oh, I get some granite in there. And, oh, because I got granite, actually, I can use the polished granite as this kind of thing. And I was like, I need a texture that I'm not really used before. I went, oh, that kind of works, that waxed exposed copper. I use that as like corner parts of my building. Kinda works. And I was like, oh, I use some sandstone. And I tried the smooth stuff on these windows, and I was like, nah, it needs to look a little bit grainier, a little bit rougher, because this is a workhouse. This is where, you know, the poor people that haven't got a house, haven't got anywhere to live, they pay rent to basically their employer. It's kind of very sad times, really. Where your employer kind of pays you money, and they take money from you because you're living in their house and stuff like that. Earthman, you know what? Did you ever finish the Mine Colony series? No, I need to. And what I was thinking, I'll pitch an idea to you guys actually, since I wasn't thinking of doing this, but yeah. So I'm going to finish off the Nordic stuff, but the Caledonian style, which to me looks French, so I'm guessing it's French. That style looks really good. So I was actually thinking we close off the Nordic style. So I do like one final video on it because I've got some bits already recorded from that. Get that finished up, and then start a new one using the Caledonian style. But I live stream me getting the materials and all that stuff. So, you know, make it a little bit different. Because survival stuff is really chill, really relaxed. It doesn't mean I'll like live stream all of it, because I think there'll be a lot. But we'll still do the still have everything else. And I want to try and get the replay mod working with it. I don't know if I can do it though, because it's Forge and replay's now gone down the fabric route. But I don't know. We'll see. Scott Shelton, man, how's it going, dude? I haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're doing well. So favourite was the 3-hulled USS Independence, probably the largest tutorial built. Filled it with these futuristic helicopters from your channel. From like red alert stuff. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, man, USS Independence is such a cool looking ship in real life. It's so cool. It just is. I should put some chimneys with campfire. Absolutely, my man. I think you're totally right. Definitely should. Tommy Britton followed the Victory tutorial for about the 5th time earlier this year. Ended up going to Portsmouth due to it. Unfortunately, the Victory is covered in scaffolding. Oh no, man, dude, I love it. So yeah, for those in the UK, you can go to Portsmouth in the UK, in England, and you can actually go and see the HMS Victory. You can walk along it. The last time I went was a couple years ago. I took loads of pictures. I actually took over 1,000 pictures of the thing, and I contacted the historical dockyard, which run it, because I couldn't put those pictures up anywhere unless I actually got permission from them, and they never came back to me. So I can't put them up. But my plan was to actually talk you guys through the whole thing, so that you guys that haven't got like a ship like that nearby, you can have a look at it and you can actually walk yourself. Like, have a look. You can go and see it and go, oh, that's how. What's this bit? Oh, that's that bit, and hopefully it'll include, improve your building. I'm gonna fudge this a little bit here. I need a debug stick. Give me a debug stick. Oops. Debug stick. There you go. Give that to me. And then, actually, do I need that, or can I just cheat it? So that's north, right? So I do north, yeah, north to true. There we go. If we do that, that'll then work, won't it? Because I'm thinking, like, otherwise people are just going to smash these windows. So should we, like, you know, make them a little bit better? So I'm thinking, that's west, right? And I'll catch up on the chat, because I'm sure you guys have said some interesting stuff, as you always do. We also need east as well. There we go, for those two down there. Look at that. Just adds a little bit of flavour to the whole thing. So that's what's all going on. Cool. No, I'm already caught up on the chat. Cool. Amazing. I'm going to finish my coffee. It's now cold. It's not so good. How long have we been streaming for, by the way? I have no idea. It doesn't actually tell me on Streamlabs anymore. Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure I used to. 30 minutes. That's not too bad. So, not too bad. I've still got energy. I'm not dead yet. That's the main thing. So there we go. Get that back up. There we go. Cool. But yeah, HMS Victory, amazing. Thank you very much, Cray. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, because I had to like close my windows and stuff. I'll just ask you next time because it's much easier. So I appreciate that. But yeah, go and see the Victory. It does cost quite a bit. But they have, you know, they've got the HMS Warrior there as well. They've got the I want to say M33, H33. Some like World War One ship that they've kind of gutted completely, so you actually go in there and get to see things. Honestly, it's incredible. And they got other stuff as well. The last time I went down there, I actually got to see the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier. She was moored up, and we actually went on a boat tour and got to see it relatively close up, where a police boat was following our tour boat. That's always good, you know, when the tour people are going a little bit too close and a police boat comes up and kind of not really nudges you, they just kind of get in between you and the aircraft carrier, which I found quite funny that like this tiny little police boat was in between us, which was a pretty small ship, and this absolutely huge aircraft carrier. Just thinking, like, I get it, you're armed guards and we are not armed, but that's an aircraft carrier. We're not getting on that. There's you can't just drive up to it and just jump off and you're on the flight deck, you know. It's funny, but yeah, God, I love that stuff. But I love it there. I love the historic dockyard. I've been there lots of times. You can go and see the what's the other one called that's there? Oh man, Mary Rose as well. So yeah, they raised the Mary Rose up, and you can go and see that as well. There we go. Tommy says, my dad was in the Navy during the Falklands, so he used to lecture me constantly growing up, but now I find it really interesting. It's weird that, isn't it? It is so odd, because, yeah, I'm pretty similar as well. So, my dad wasn't in the Navy, so thank you, Dad, for serving in the Royal Navy. That's awesome, man. You know, really do appreciate his service. Like, really do. It ain't easy. I've got friends that are in the Navy. It is not easy at all. Really isn't. Same with any of the armed services, to be fair. You know, I totally thought about doing it at one point, but I don't think. I think for one thing, my wife would kill me if I was away for that long. But you know, that it's madness. You know, it's a life of service is the way you got to think about it, or I think about it anyway. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, you do find that like when you're being lectured by your parents about it, you're like, oh. Don't want to listen to that at all, and then suddenly, like later down the line, you're like, oh, it's actually quite fascinating. I like all this stuff. It's different, isn't it? But I think that's the thing. You can't. It's a typical thing of you can't force anything on people. You can't say you must do this, and then you want to do the opposite. Really, generally speaking. But if you go like, here's some options, and you go, oh, this one sounds interesting. What's this about? And you come to it on your own, and you kind of learn about it your own. Then you kind of go like, okay, this is a big part of our history, and this is cool. And you kind of get interested about it that way, or at least that's what I find anyway. But it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating, all of it. Alright, so what else have we got? So Mr. Shark Studio says, my only ship near me is the battleship New Jersey. Man, that is very cool. I need to go to the States so bad. Man, I've been wanting to go to the US for a long time. Really have. You guys, it's just completely different. Like, in the UK, we'll complain about, like, you know, driving across the country. You know, me and the wife were doing that the other day. Or we're saying we're doing it. You know, it took like 3 hours, and you look at it on the States map, and you're like, yeah, okay, that's just like half of Texas that we've just driven. Not even half of Texas, should I say? Not even half of Texas. So a third of Texas. Texas, you know, the UK can fit in Texas, and they go like, it's much bigger. But also, you guys have, you know, a lot of people always say like, oh yeah, but the US hasn't got that much culture. But I think you guys are filled with it. You got your own culture. Just because it doesn't go back like thousands of years, you've still got so much culture, man. Really do. So yeah, we want to go to the States at some point. I really do. So hopefully one day we will. In particular, we actually want to go to the West Coast. I want to kind of go, yeah, like California, but we'll go up all the way up to Oregon and Washington State, all that kind of stuff for sure. It just looks awesome. It just looks amazing. It's like real Sky. The Rockies are like real Skyrim, is what I think about it. I don't know, just amazing. The whole landscape, very cool, very cool. But yeah, it's 6 hours to basically go across Pennsylvania. That's what I'm saying, man. Like in the UK, you can kind of cross the entire thing, the whole country. You can do that. It's madness, absolute madness. Right, I've got a couple people to say hello to. Kieran Bowie, I think that is. Hopefully I've said your name correctly. If I haven't, please do whip me about it in the comments. That's absolutely fine. I want to get your name right. Dr. Wasabi, how's it going? Ziddings as well. Mirror Rose has some amazing artifacts, including some fine Tudor logmos. They do, and also there was a whole TV show about it as well, to do with how multicultural it was, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. I think they had somebody from like Morocco, was it? I might have got that wrong. Fact check me, guys. Fact check me for sure. But I was fascinated by that, and I was like, okay, this is, again, like, England has been multicultural for a long time. Much longer than people think that it has, and that's amazing. It's good. That's what we need. So, yeah, it's cool. What am I doing? Oh, glass has no properties. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. Why am I doing that then? What else have we got? We're getting some more people chatting, which is exactly what I want. Thank you very much. Strahinja says, my dad served in the army in 1992 in the Balkans, and he's in wheelchair his leg. Oh, we're in a wheelchair. Ah, sorry, man. His leg got blown up by a landmine. So sorry to hear that, man. But I hope he's doing good, Really do. I hope he's doing good. But yeah, man, it is tough. Like, I think the idea, people are like, oh yeah, no, the army, you go in there, you go and shoot a load of bad guys, and you come out absolutely fine. It doesn't always happen that way. It does not always happen that way. At all. Actually, on one of the guys that I follow, actually, I watch quite a lot these days, is Lindy Beige. And he's got somebody that, a guy from the UK who went over to Ukraine to fight in the Ukrainian Foreign Legion, I think it's called. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this stuff, but fascinating interview if you want to hear about that. Absolutely fascinating interview on his channel. So I was just like, yeah, that's kind of how I imagine it. That's why I don't think I could be in the army. Don't think I could do it. Just don't think I could do it, man. But yeah, crazy. Right, what else is going on? Kit Lewis, welcome to the stream. Here in Oregon, we have a submarine amazing museum that you can tour. See, that's so cool. It's so cool. It's just, there's something about going on those kind of things, and you're going like, whoa. People like submarines in particular. You go, this is a lot more cramped than I thought it was going to be. Like, how do people actually just stay here and get stuck? Yeah, mad. Live nearest to the Queen Mary, amazing. West Coast, the West Coast. All right, Kit, sounds good. What is this build? Okay, cool. So Kieran says, what is this build? So this build is a boarding house. So back in, this is more like industrial times. So there's bits of this city that's kind of evolving before our eyes. Like this building, definitely more industrial looking. But yeah, through those kind of times, like if people couldn't afford housing, but there was work to be done, like in factories. We've got some factories around here, although they're going to be like more manual factory, you know, type stuff, or some water power with a line, but they're still going to have to do a lot of the kind of work with that. Some people might not be able to actually afford anywhere to live in the city, so some of the workers would just build these like just really cheap kind of apartments, effectively, and go. So you kind of get. Let's say that this factory here, I can't remember what I've called it now. Did I put it down? Oh man, I need to go and check the comments. I need to check my video because I actually said it in that. Usually I put a sign down so that I don't have to check back because I forget everything. But yeah, let's say in this factory you were going to go to the city to work. You get some pay for that, but you couldn't find anywhere to live. Well, this guy also owns this place, and he goes, hey, you can have a room in my house. So then he pays you money, and then he takes that money back away from you for living. And that people actually got stuck in this, not surprisingly, for a very, very long time. So this is a workhouse. It's a boarding. I don't think it's called a boarding house. I think it's called a workhouse. Pretty sure it's called a workhouse. Let me know if I'm wrong. It's fine. Like I say, fact check everything I say because I blab a lot. Yeah, madness. Bhumika from India. I love you guys, by the way. I love Indians. Indian people are some of the nicest people that I've ever met, and I really mean that. Too nice sometimes, way too nice, because they don't want to let you down. I think that's a cultural thing, and sometimes you have to be realistic and go, nah, we can't do that. But absolutely love you guys to bits. You guys are awesome. So welcome to the stream. I'm guessing it's quite late in the evening for you as well. Actually, I was on a training course not too long ago, and that was run by a guy in India, and he was up quite late by the time we finished because it was like a full day using UK time. It's like, dude, how are you doing this? How are you doing this, man? That's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely amazing. You guys are good. Good, enjoyable people. Really good spirit. At least the ones that I've met anyway. I'm sure it's like most things, you know. Maybe I've just met all the nice ones. Maybe there's some mean ones out there. But humans are humans. But generally, you guys are very cool and nice people. So anyway, we're going to do some smoothing of this little thingamajig here. And I also need to catch up on the comments as well, because I can see some pinging around, which is fine. The submarine is at OMSI, and you can actually pay to have a sleepover in it. What? Okay, that's capitalism at work there. It's like, hey, we got this military ship here. You could sleep in it. It's like a hotel. To be fair, that actually sounds alright, doesn't it? If you were... It's actually a very smart idea. If you were, you know, wanting to recruit people into the Navy, right? And you've got somebody that's a bit on the edge, like, I don't know if I can do it. If you can actually spend one night in there, just to try it, and go like, how would I feel about this place? You know, staying here. It'd probably actually help make your decision and go like, actually, no, I can do this. This is something I can do. I'm totally comfortable with this. Or, man, I can't do this at all. I gotta see the outside of the ship. It's too claustrophobic for me. I think for me, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be a submariner. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm man enough to admit that I can do that. So yeah. Right, so there we go. Nice little smooth thing there. So weird to see the city without shaders. I know, I can turn on shaders. Not a problem now. And it doesn't take any time at all. The only reason I haven't done it is I'm just worried about it like lagging out a little bit too much, but you can try it with shaders if you want. Let's get the render distance right down. So as long as this is okay, people prefer it like that, that's totally cool. I've just been doing a lot of my builds without shaders these days. Mostly because my PC's old, man. It's getting on. It's getting on in there. It's getting on. In fact, so much so that I've started putting money back every single month to get a new PC. I've got a new PC fund going. So in about, I think it's going to take me about 2 years to save up my goal, which is fine. I'm used to budgeting and all that kind of stuff, so that's how long it's going to take. That's how long it's going to take. But yeah, it's going to take me about 2 years, I think, at my current saving rate to get there. Which is totally, like I say, totally cool. But yeah, it's old now. My PC's old. It's not like what I used to do, which is when I was, you know, renting a house and all that kind of stuff. I was just able to just throw money at stuff. Because although my rent was quite expensive, I had a lot more money coming in. Whereas now that I've got a mortgage, I'm like, I need to pay off this mortgage. I want to get rid of this mortgage. And actually, that's one of the things I want to do. In the next 10 years, I want to be mortgage free. That'd be amazing. But we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know if I make it. In 10 years, I'll be like, dude, I own my house. Done. Now I've got all this expenditure. I'm gonna go to the USA. I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna travel everywhere. Because we'll actually be able to. That's the crazy thing, right? Looking at like the mortgage payment stuff. If we pay off our mortgage, it's a big if. Then we can effectively go abroad every single month. We would have that much expendable income. How crazy is that? Now, in reality, you're going to end up doing a lot of hobbies and stuff like that. I could do archery all the time and all this stuff that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I've been like, I can only do that if I wanted to do that. I could realistically only allow myself to do it this much time and all this stuff, but I would absolutely love to do all that stuff. Start enjoying life to the max. Without actually caring as well, that's the thing, because, you know, just cash flow everything. Cash flowing everything would be amazing. I was saying earlier, Dave Ramsey, it's gone into my head. Love him to bits, even though some stuff I disagree with him about. Some of it doesn't translate very well to the UK, just because like our student loan is very different to the US's student loan, which seems harsh, man. Oh man, you guys in the US, I'm so sorry about your student loan. You need to steal it from ours. It's a much better way of doing it. So you know, you only really pay back the loan if you'll pay back a bit of the loan, but you only pay it back in full if you earn a lot. So if you're successful, you pay it back. If you're not successful, you don't pay it back. You lose your job. You stop paying it. It's a much better system, and I'm more than happy to chat to people about that if they want to know all about it. Because like I say, I've just been doing like finance stuff for the last couple of months. I've been driving my wife mad, but that's the way that it is. Boomika, thank you so much. No problem at all. No problem at all. What time is it here? It is currently 4:30 in the afternoon. What's the next build? Cool. Yeah, I can chat to you about my plan. So the next episode of Lordsport, I have built. Oh, I can show you guys this actually. And if you got any pun names, you can actually throw them in. So I built a little marketplace in the gap between the old Mason's building and also the brick maker, brick baker, bricklayer, what is it? In the Brick of Time. That's what that one's called. In the Brick of Time. So I've done a little marketplace here so they can grab some food. We've got some like vegetables here, lots of greens. We've got some Dwarfmeister brewers. Dwarfmeister has been my ale of choice all the way through all of my Minecraft builds, going back like 5, 6, 7 years now. So there's always a Dwarfmeister around. And I've actually been going with these like pinky purpley colours, and it actually looks kind of cool. As weird as that sounds. But yeah, we got Batman. You gotta love Batman. Yeah, gotta love him. Here's going to be a little armourer, so he's just going to be making tools, things like that. All the stuff that they're going to need for all of the industries around here, really. We've got a little flower shop, because everybody loves flowers. Some meats around here, so we've got a nice little chicken. Look at that. Look at these player heads. It's amazing, these player heads these days. Got a nice ham there. We got some beef there. Some disgusting meat there. So we've got all of that. And then this is very much inspired by me going to... where did we go to? We went to Southampton. And like they had those typical Christmas German hot dog places. And I was like, I'm going to make one of those. So I've got some hot dogs. So you can get your bratwurst and all that kind of stuff. Bockwurst, all that stuff. You can get them. I was just like, I'll just build that. Because I can see that being quite popular. And it's just a little bit of an Easter egg. I like putting Easter eggs in everything. So yeah, it's all good. Right. So yeah, what was I talking about? Right, so yeah, the next episode, we've got that in there. We've got this nice big building here in there. I need to do the windows at the back. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, let's clear my inventory, actually, because I've now smoothed that roady bit out. Actually, I could do a little bit more around here, couldn't I? Yeah, still a little bit more around here. Then we'll get on to the next bit of that. So yeah, we've got this workhouse, and then I'm going to be building onto this area right here. This area right here, this bit of land. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of it in that episode. I need to create more space between my builds. You guys keep telling me that. You're totally right, because this is industry. Industry needs space. So keep telling me that, because I keep on going back to I had to cram everything in mode. So keep on telling me that. Shouldn't have to really, should you? But yeah, it's madness. Yeah, it's cool. John T. Hey, JT. How's it going, man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Hopefully you like this random stream. Always good to see you. So where have I travelled so far outside my country, says Earthman. Okay, cool. So in terms of countries that I've been to only three countries. So I'll go through them, like give you a bit of stories and all that kind of stuff with the whole thing. So in terms of the countries, being from the UK, our kind of place to go to is almost always Spain, somewhere in Spain, and it's usually the Canary Islands. So depends on if you count that as even being in Spain, since it's basically Africa. It's like right next to Africa, really. But yeah, Canary Islands. So I've been to Tenerife, I've been to Gran Canaria, and Lanzarote. So I've been to those 3 islands. I used to go there always as a kid. That was always the vacation spot that we used to go to. Me and the wife have also been down there as well. We've been to Lanzarote and Tenerife, actually. When I was in university, so I was up in Salford, which is in the north of England. Very cold there, by the way. In the winter, it gets quite cold, a lot colder than in Cornwall, I can tell you that much. But yeah, when I was there, one of my roommates was actually Bulgarian, so shout out to the Bulgarians. You guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome, really. But yeah, one of my roommates was Bulgarian, and he actually said, hey man, do you want to come over to Bulgaria? So I went over to Bulgaria. It was absolutely wild. Bulgaria was very cool. I learned the Cyrillic alphabet, and my Bulgarian sucks. I just couldn't find that much material on it to like really learn it in an accelerated way for me. But I was amazed. It was like, solicitor. I was like, solicitor. All right, cool. That's I know that one. Bar. I was like, that's a bar. I was like, okay, now that you can read the alphabet, everything else just kind of... There's a lot of common words that I just never thought would be there in Bulgarian. So that was very cool. That was incredibly cool. Bulgaria, very cool country. I actually went to Ruse, which is on the Danube, on the border between Bulgaria and what's it called? Romania, that other country that's around there. So that was crazy, crazy time. And the third place that I went to, which is the most recent one, actually, the most recent holiday, was Italy. Italy is amazing. So we actually went to Rome. We went to Florence, and we ended up in Venice. Man, take your partner to Venice. Take your partner to Venice. It's got to be done. Absolutely incredible place. Absolutely incredible. I really mean that. It's like a magical world, Venice. As weird as that sounds. But it really is. It really, really is. Amazing. So's Rome as well, when you get to go and see everything, you know? But yeah, Venice in particular was nice. Florence was very nice as well. The food in Florence was some of the best food I think I've ever eaten. Gonna be honest, Florence's food was at the top. Absolutely at the top. It was expensive, but man, I did not mind paying for it. Because it was like, God, this is expensive, but you know, you're like, okay, this is actually the best pizza that I've ever eaten. I think we've been doing pizza wrong. I think every pizza that we've ever bought, we've either like destroyed or somebody else has destroyed for us, because this is totally different. So amazing. So Italy, incredible, absolutely incredible. But yeah, that's what's going on there. So yeah, hopefully that helps. John T says Dwarf Meister sounds legit. It is legit, man. The dwarves, they brew it. They brew it for sure. It's based on Jägermeister. I think at the time I was still drinking Jägermeister, so I think that's where it actually came from. I was like, I like the Meister, I like the Master, Master sound. So I was like, Dwarf Meister, that sounds good. That'll do. So yeah, I went with that for sure. It was a good bit of fun. Good bit of fun. Bricks, how's it going, Bricks? Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for joining us on this live stream this evening. John T should totally do some fiddly metal workers that are all crammed in. Nails, hinges, screws, ship-related bits and bobs. Totally right. Totally right, John T. I like that. I'm wondering if... Yeah, because I was thinking about this, right? I was like, I want to get this like little channel right here. I want to get some water in it. I just haven't added any water in it at the minute. It's just a muddy bog kind of bit at the minute. So actually, I was thinking like maybe we can do some sort of industry coming off of this arc of the aqueduct, and then actually have that going there. So we might be able to do a little like factory. But what are you going to need that for? Well, you could get one of those auto, what's it called? The auto hammer things. So it's where you got a wheel that then has a hammer, and it's just hammering constantly, and you just put your metal in there. That could potentially work. Yeah, that would definitely work, wouldn't it? So that's definitely a good idea. Thank you very much, JT. There's also a place called Portland, Oregon. Man, Portland. We're currently watching Grimm at the minute. Me and my wife are, and that's based in Portland. That is very cool. Portland's a very cool place as well. Looks awesome. But yeah, anyway, you're saying there's also a place in Portland, Oregon called the Armory, which used to be an armory but was converted into a theatre for stage plays. That sounds pretty cool, though. Does, yeah. We got Maddie Morecambe. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for joining me. Try and think of the hottest country in the world. I'm pretty sure isn't it Ethiopia? Because there's a place in Ethiopia that is ridiculously hot. Pretty sure. See if that's correct or not. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it's Ethiopia's got that really hot place, which has got like weird sci-fi looking bubbling grounds, and it just looks like an alien planet, really. Not the whole of Ethiopia, but that particular spot. I can't remember what it's called. See if I'm right. I don't know. Fact check me again. So there you go. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to bet on. I'm betting zero money, but I just don't bet. Honestly, I just don't. I was chatting to the wife about this the other day, and we're just like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I don't bet on anything. It's not in me. It's not in me. I like certainty. Way too much. But I guess that's kind of a good thing, to be fair. Anyway, random. What else is going on? JT says he's always wanted to see Italy. Loves Renaissance architecture, so Florence is on the must-see list. JT, you will love it, man. You will love it. The Duomo, so the dome, like the cathedral that's in there, is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You will be blown away by the architecture, and you'll be like, when you walk, like, this is the thing that you don't really, like, you always think about, Italy being, it's all Roman and everything like that, but you've also got, the Catholic Church there. When you see some of the churches and cathedrals, you just get blown away by it, and you're just like, whoa, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible that people have built this, because it looks like it's been built by giants. It really does. You just think, like, there is no way humans could have done this. Not without help, anyway. And that's the way he's going to think, and it is amazing, incredible architecture in Italy. There's so much history. There's so much everything in there. And the people are lovely as well. Absolutely lovely. Just don't get a cappuccino unless it's I think it's an evening thing from what I remember. So they get a bit weird about it, but at least people were saying they get weird about it, but they were absolutely fine. They're like, they know that we're foreign and that we're weird and we have no respect for their culture, and that we don't do the things that they want us to do. They're fine with it. Is that bad to say? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it's amazing place. I wonder if with these ones we can do like something a little bit more. Just put in this. It's gonna look weird though, because that's gonna end up like. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll actually do that. I like that. Right. Anyway. So in historic buildings in the downtown Portland, it's a really cool place to be. If you find yourself here in October, do the Shanghai tunnel tours. Okay, that sounds very interesting, man. That sounds very interesting. One day when I'm retired, I will be going everywhere. That is the dream, is to do some proper travelling. We just got to get there, Not get old, but you know what I mean. Just need to get to the point where we can actually do all that stuff. Because I would love to. I mean, I would seriously love it. Be there. The wife would love it as well. Absolutely love it. So yeah. Alright. JT, you still need hand working to get details on the smaller stuff. Yes, I do. Also, drop forging, where you heat the metal and put it in a drop press that would need power to lift. I need to have a look at that. I'm going to write that down. Thank you, JT, for these ideas. Drop forging. I have not heard of that before. I need to go and find some material on it. That sounds fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Definitely. Madam Morgan, can I just say I absolutely love your ship tutorials, especially Queen Anne's Revenge. Determined to build that one, especially on the Xbox. Good luck. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the videos. Queen Anne's Revenge is one of my favourites as well. I love it. I put so much time into that build. It was a bit of a pain, but I love it. I love how it turned out. It was honestly, it's my favourite one so far. Yeah, like I say, I just poured so much time into it. Unbelievable amount of time, actually. I think I've got, I think I did some live streams on finishing it, from what I remember. Enjoy the build. It will take you a long time. Do it over a period of days. Don't try and do it all in one go. You'll get like properly burnt out and you won't enjoy it. Instead, go like, cool. So we're gonna do layers this to this, or I'm gonna just do it for an hour. And in the end, you'll end up with something that you'll absolutely love. Also, if you're looking for interior design ideas for it once you're done, me and Zyridius, my good friend Zyridius, who's now in Wales. He moved all the way from Australia to Wales. Crazy. He actually came back to the UK. That never happens. Nobody ever comes back to the UK. But he actually came back. We've actually got a tour of the interior that I've done. Doesn't mean it's the best interior of the world, but I think it looks pretty good. So if you want some ideas, you can get those ideas from that video and go, I like that, I don't like that. That's totally cool. That's the best thing. That's the best thing I like about builds, that you can make it your own. Love it. What am I doing? I'm trying to find my brush for bricks and stuff, because I need to do some filling in of these holes for sure. I was totally not planning on doing this building, by the way, guys. I've just kind of been chatting to you, and I've kind of zoned out and just been placing blocks in the background. So hopefully that's cool. I was actually planning on doing some real interiors rather than finishing things up, but whatevs. If you guys are happy with this, then I will continue with this little building, get this bits and pieces done. Just like the base, like flooring, you know what I mean? Because we ain't got a floor. And that's going to really bug me. So if that's cool with you guys, or if you want to see something else, like I say, just let me know, because I can show you any of the Lordsport. If there's anything you want to see up close, it's always difficult. Or just general areas and walk through them, because again, you don't get to see it. JT does. JT, you can jump on the server at any point and just get onto it. Love it. Yeah. Right, let's get this done. Boom. Boom. There we go, that's much better. How am I going to do the floor in this place? I have no idea. I feel like it needs like a nice checkered pattern, but do I go with the typical kind of checkered pattern, or do I go with something else? Black and something, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these blocks that we've got. We've got black, obviously. Black and grey, black and yellow. No, I think we need lighter colours. Maybe even grey, actually. We need some, maybe we'll make it a little bit... Make it a little bit, like... I want to make it dark and horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like... Because this is a workhouse, right? It's where people go to work. I want it to be a little bit depressing. It sounds terrible, doesn't it, really? I'm saying it out loud, it's like, this doesn't sound good, but let's go, like... Let's go with green and grey, right? Let's go with it so it just, like, looks just a bit sad. Like, this is not the kind of place after you've gone working, you know, it's using cheaper materials. They've kind of spent a little bit of money to make it look kind of good, but overall, it ain't good. Something like that. And then we'll catch up on what you guys are saying. Yon Pro, how is it going? You're saying bye. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Dehill Movies, how's it going? Luke Toll, been to Florence for 4 days this year in my Italian road trip. Like you said, the food, oh my god, so good. It is, isn't it? Florence is amazing. Absolutely incredible. We went up to that, what's it called? Leonardo's Point, Da Vinci's Point. I don't know. There was some, I want to say Leonardo. Well, they're both the same, Leonardo da Vinci. No, there's something else. I can't remember what it's called. Michelangelo's Point? Something like that. It's on the other side of the river from the dome, the cathedral. And that place was incredible as well. Just the view from that. Even the bridge, actually, with all the... Everything on it was incredible. Like, all of it's amazing. You know? Just find these special places in the world and you just go like, okay, this is an interesting place. Kieran says nuclear warhead. Okay, thank you. But wait, you're also making the interior. Yeah, bricks. Oh man. Yeah. My plan is to like at least have some of the interiors done, right? So I'll show you a couple of little bits and bobs. No problem at all. Extended checker pattern, yes. Yeah, I should actually do a bigger one, actually. JT, that's not a bad idea, since it's a big idea. I think I know what you're talking about, but I probably don't. Probably don't at all. Yeah, so what we've got, like in a lot of these, you know, like when you go down like this street, for example, like we've got a barber's. Something went wrong with the thing, so I think this is Julius Scissor. Yeah, I know, love it. Little barber shop here. You sit down here, get your hair cut. Little waiting area around here. You know what I'm saying? So we got like that. We've got a little bookshop here. I don't know what I called it. Again, the sign. Look, there's a sign there, but it's invisible. What went wrong with that? So yeah, we had that. Look. Even the heads have gone weird. Oh man, I'm gonna have to redo this whole bit. But yeah, we got a little bookshop there. We got a little over here we got a apothecary. So they've got lots of like stuff around here, including a little soul fire and all that stuff. You know, so you can go and get all your weird and wonderful things. Little clothes shop around here. There's even like a little toilet. It's so funny, isn't it? I just remembered, like I just made a random toilet. Who's going to use this toilet? I don't know. I have no idea. It's like I've got a couple blocks to use. Oh man. But yeah, we got like a little clothes shop. So you know, some of these have interiors. Not everything. It's probably like 2%, but totally cool. Anyway, Maddie says, always watching your tutorials. I've been built quite a few, actually giving you credit on and your YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Done a couple of Greek Roman tutorials. Awesome. Awesome. I love the Roman stuff. I absolutely love it. Mr. Chuck says, use some coral blocks. Cool. Kieran says, can I tell you something? Of course, just post it. Just post it, because I'm always behind on chat. I'm always behind a little bit on chat. That's totally cool. Mr. Chuck says, or basalt. Yeah, okay. I'll try a couple different things in a sec. For sure. I think I need to go bigger. I don't like the... I know I've just been doing it, but I don't like it already. Cartographer tables and never brick. Dude, I'll give that a go, JT. Thank you very much. Maddie Morgan needs to be dingy and dirtied up a bit. Yes, absolutely. And Kit Lewis is wondering, with the release of Avatar Way of the Water, will you do any builds inspired by that? I don't know. I really just don't know. Depends how the movie does, if I'm honest. I didn't mind the first Avatar. I don't know what I feel about it now, though. I don't know. I don't think I'll go and watch it in the cinema. Let's just take it and say that. I don't think I'm going to go to the cinema to watch it. Unless, like, loads of people say, no, it's actually really good. Then it'll be good. JT says, like a 2x2 checker. That's exactly what I was thinking. So we're on the same page, man. Always on the same page. That's good. It's always good to know. But yeah, that sounds good. Bricks. Oh, that's cool. Got to go, says Kieran. Goodbye. Kit says, I think some machines from the first movie were pretty cool. They were, for sure. They definitely were. And here you go. Here's a little bar place. Actually, I didn't finish this. Or did I? It looks pretty... We've got a little kitchen upstairs and everything. So we had like this whole place around here. We had like tables out on the side, so you can then look over. I mean, these are the kind of places that I love. I love making little spots like this where you kind of can imagine, you know, going for a quick drink or some food or something, and then going from there. I think this one... Did I actually finish it? No. No. So I think I was going to do like staff quarters or something like that. We're going to be upstairs. So I think I did a load of rooms. Yeah. What? Something's gone so weird with this. Hopefully there's other builds aren't like this, because that's so odd that it's like not there. But yeah, there's little rooms around. I'm guessing there's a sign. Yeah, there's a sign on the back of that. So annoying. Got to go and correct all this. Got a pink bed. Same here. Look at this. Oh, it's just not on, is it? Not on at all. Little tables, stuff like that. Yeah. So we've got little rooms, so you can actually stay in Lordsport. You know, you can stay in this inn. I can't even remember the pun name for this one. I think I might have live streamed this one actually, but it's definitely got a good name. Nah, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it gets us like the weird helicopters. Yeah, the weird helicopters were definitely pretty cool actually. Matti Parala, do you build interiors to all your buildings? No, I wish I did. Honestly, I wish I did. At some point, I'll do a good portion of them. Shop fronts in particular, like stuff like the Warriors Guild, this will be finished up at some point. So I think I'll do like the important things. The church is obviously done. Oh, actually, I say the church is done. It's not actually done. So It's quite a bit I need to do on the church, actually. Quite a lot, in fact. But, you know, there's bits to do everywhere. But welcome to the stream as well. Doesn't do interiors on all of them, but some. Yeah, thank you very much, JT. Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate that. Have I stopped using Conquest? Yes, 100%. 100%. Unfortunately, I have. It's just time. So much time gets taken up with the Conquest stuff. It's beautiful. So I want to make it really clear. The mod creators are awesome. Monsterfish's art style is awesome. It's just, for me, it's a time thing. It's just a massive time thing. So yeah, what were you saying, JT? It was cartographers and was it Neverbrick? I think it was. Let's give them a go. Let's give them a go. Neverbrick. I wonder if we try the red as well. No, actually, don't do the red. Do the normal one. Oh yeah, it's definitely not cartographers, is it? Yeah. Oh, they said cartographers though. It can't be cartographer because that's got. Yeah, that's gonna look weird. Let's go with something else. It's got to be something else. Something else. Maybe the what's it called, beehives, but then that might be a little bit too clean. I don't know. Because I do like that, but that's too too clean. What can we do instead for those? That. Yeah, it's too clean. I need something dirty in that. To be fair, I could even go with just 2 different types of Neverbrick. I don't know. Not too sure yet. Let's put a little bit bigger a square of it. The same problem with shaders, you then can't see some at some point. Anyway, yeah, sorry. What was I talking about? Conquest. Why am I not doing Conquest? Yeah, so I stopped it a couple of years ago. It was mostly the time. Like, the biggest problem with Conquest is that, and it's actually its biggest strength as well, is that you can make incredible builds. Absolutely incredible builds. It is an amazing mod. The mod creators are amazing. Monsterfish, his art style is beautiful. But for me, it just took too long. Too much time. And the other thing is, it stops. So like people that are on the console or on Pocket version, if I'm doing a tutorial in Conquest, they're like, well, what blocks am I supposed to switch out? And then I'm like, I have no idea. Just try and guess. I mean, it kind of excludes a whole group of people in the Minecraft community. But also, I've enjoyed doing vanilla. It's made my build style better because I have to actually think outside the box rather than going like, oh, I need a rope. Conquest has got rope, so I have to go, what? How do I do rope in default in vanilla? How do I do it? You know what I mean? So yeah, but like I say, it's an amazing mod. I want to make it very clear. I didn't go because I went, oh, I hate this mod. No, there's none of that. Do I miss it? Sometimes. I really miss it sometimes, I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't like this at all. No, I've just done it. Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh, whoops. Interior free builds in 2030, 2023. Oh, man. You and your wife would volunteer. Dude, I am more than happy for you to pick any building in Lordsport and start going for it. Same with your wife. No problem at all. I absolutely, no problem at all. I'll get her permission set up if she's not already on the server, which I don't think she is. She can have it for free. Absolutely fine. But yeah, if you guys want to do anything, go for it. We'll tour it. I need to do some other tours with you as well, JT. I know I keep on saying that, but we need to do it. Let's do that next year. Tell you what, JT. Yeah, 2023. I'm going to do a tour with JT. That's one of my challenges. Not my challenges. That's not really it. My goals. There we go. It's one of my goals. I'm going to do a tour video of some of your stuff. Simple. Interiors in all Lordsport. Definitely, I don't think it's going to be possible, but we can do some. I think mostly what my goal is going to be is stream once a month at least. I want to get that up. I've actually enjoyed doing this. This has actually got me on track. Sounds really weird, but like at the minute I've been in a rut. I've just been like, oh man, I don't want to do much, and I'll do a little bit and then I'll go and do other things, whatever it is. But actually streaming forces you to do it, because if I can't slack off while I'm streaming. You guys are watching me too much. You know what I mean? Smithing table, yes, good idea. Thank you very much. That was Kit Lewis. Yeah, I think you're right. Smithing table will definitely yes. Yeah, it's light enough to offset this. Now, do we want to do it with the red thing? I think it's the red that I don't like. This might be light enough. Yeah, this looks dirty. You legend. Is it bad that I'm getting excited about making this all look dirty? Tough on the smithing table is a bit odd. It is. I like this though. I actually like this. I think this looks like some really dirty stone. That's what we want. I like it. Elfman says Bedrock has Conquest mod now. What? What? No. Can't be. It's got to be a cheat, hasn't it? Like it's isn't it just because I know with Bedrock you can't really they call them mods in Bedrock, but they aren't mods. They're kind of cheated things. I don't know. You know, you can like edit things, and you can use a bit of Node.js, and they can like amend, you know, behavior. You can do the textures, you can do models. But I bet you it's not the full mod. But I might be wrong. If I am wrong, and you guys have got mods on Bedrock, and they're actually pretty good, I may switch to Bedrock because it is performance-wise. I'm pretty sure it's C++, and you can just tell. You can just tell. It's just everything's smoother. But I love Java. Don't get me wrong. But you know, if you can get shaders and stuff like that, that'd be even better. But I bet you can't. I bet you it's more of a cheat, it's a cheaty thing. Not really cheat, but you know what I mean. It's not what you think it is. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah, sounds like I'm winning, JT. Good. There we go. That's one of my goals for 2023. One of my official goals. You heard it here first, for sure. So we've got some streams that I want to do. I want to get back into streaming. Do some stuff with JT. Got to show off some of those awesome builds. Look at this. This looks good. The only thing is, it's got this weird cross in here, so I feel like this needs to cross. You know what I mean. But in terms of the base kind of palette, this is working so far. Is there any other Nether stuff that I can do? Potentially the chiseled, man. That might. Oh, that looks dirty as anything, doesn't it? I might go with that. So it's not brick floor. It's this weird tiles. Let me know if it looks rubbish though. Yeah, because then you get the little cross in it. That kind of it works as a pattern better than the Nether brick, I think. Definitely. Just use replace. I know I should just use the commands, but I don't know. It's the same when I'm. I know this sounds really weird. Like when I'm doing like survival, for example, I'll go down. Even if I've got like iron tools, I'll go down with a load of stone tools sometimes. Unless I've got tons of iron. If I've got tons of iron, I'll do it. I kind of enjoy the manual block place. The only thing I don't enjoy is doing like what's it called? Other stuff, like this stuff, the walls. That I'll use World Edit for. But this kind of stuff I enjoy placing by hand. I don't know. It's therapeutic. There's something about it. Something about doing it that I enjoy because I'm weird, and that's fine. Oh man, it's cool. This is a good floor. See, this is why we need to do this stuff. So you guys will help me build a floor. Now I just need to build the entire, you know, rooms and all that stuff off of this, but that's fine. That's something we can do another day. But for now, this kind of adds a little bit of colour to it, and it gives it a feel, doesn't it? I mean, look at it. When you go into here, you go, God, this is dark and dingy. That's exactly what you want for this kind of a place. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, man. It's good. JTK222, welcome to the stream. Bedrock has tons of performance issues too, and many of them don't get visible until you mod the game. Oh, okay, I didn't know about that. That's interesting. More comments. True Conquest is on Bedrock console. We have connected textures. The sky block is amazing. The slabs, if doubled up, a different texture. Ah, there you go. That's what I mean. They're using the little cheats. It's like metadata days, but it's a good use because actually they're separate blocks. When I was doing the was it Dakr mod? I don't know what I called it. I found that out that yeah, the doubled up textures were different. I was like, this is weird. So yeah, that sounds good though. It's good that they're starting to widen out into another community. That is exactly right, because it is amazing. It just looks good. It just works really well with builds. It really does. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So I'm glad. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So Elfman, shaders not since Render Dragon. Okay. Ender Dragon even, unless you have RTX. But a lot of the mods texture packs are getting better, obviously. I mainly play Bedrock, fair dues. But deep down, I wish you were able to do more like Java. Fair dues, man. Yeah, if you ever get Java, give us a shout, because as you're a supporter, you get access to the Java server, so you can come on, you can build. What the hell happened here? And you can you can explore Lordsport, you can explore all my builds and all that stuff. So if you weren't aware of that already, that's something you can do. I would still recommend you give me a message or something, and we'll figure it out. It's much more difficult for me to contact people that support me on YouTube, annoyingly. So like people like JT, for example, who support me on Patreon. Thank you very much, JT, as you know. I really do appreciate your support. It's awesome. But people like that, I can just contact them direct through Patreon. It's amazing. YouTube feels like they rushed into the whole member thing to make money, whereas Patreon was like, this is what we do. This is, you know, we're here to support you, you know, build up a following, and to actually help people out and all that stuff. It's got a lot more tools, you know. Got a lot more tools, so that's the main thing. Cool. So anyway, what else have we got in the chat? Is that Maxim? I think maybe might have said your name wrong. But welcome to the stream. My Cyrillic is not good anymore. Used to be when I went to Bulgaria, but I've forgotten it all. It's amazing what you forget when you just don't use anything at all. Or it's probably not amazing, is it really? It's just gone. It's just gone. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Glad I'm doing well. I'm glad that you are doing well as well. So that's the main thing. Glad everybody is. Hopefully everybody is at the minute, because it can be a bit of a gloomy time, you know, in the world. It's cold, mostly because it's cold. But not everywhere. That's the thing. So it's all good. JT does remind you of old school metadata mods. Absolutely, yeah. Gotta love those days. I mean, it was just like, oh, cool, we can just kind of cheat. When I think back of those days, though, I was just like, oh, I don't want a mod, but I want to use vanilla, and then somebody's found a way to basically add a mod to vanilla. So then you kind of go like, well, what's the difference between that and a mod? It's the same thing. So I don't know why I was so like, I was totally anti-mod at that point. Like block mods, shall I say? Like, you know, things that add things to the game. I was totally anti. I don't know why. Oh, this looks wicked. I like this. I don't know why. I really like this floor. I know it looks a bit wacky, but for me, this looks. Yeah, Mr. Shark Studios is just a comment I just thought about as soon as I lifted this up. He said you should have made the pattern diagonal. You're totally right. I was just thinking, like, it doesn't. It looks like I've just put a flat thing, like a you know, a straight pattern on a diagonal building, and that's because that's exactly what I've done. You're totally right. That's funny. Oh dear. Oh well. Earthman, you got both. Cool. I'd like to do more, honestly. Just been in that Minecraft rut. That's what I've been in, man. That's exactly what I've been in. It's just, yeah, it's just the way that it is. And sometimes you just hit that kind of rut. Yeah. Anyway. Mr. Shark Studios, you got COVID. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you get well, better soon. You know. So back in the summer, my wife ended up getting COVID. I think I had it, but all the lateral flows that I did were negative. But I had brain fog. Like, I was done. So I was still working. Yeah. So I work from home most of the time. So, you know, during that time, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm not gonna go in at all, which is kind of actually follows our policies that we've now got at work, which is totally cool. So I just, you know, stayed at home, worked from home. But I can tell you, I was definitely done. It affected my brain in a weird way, and I know it's like a neurological disease, but I just didn't think that would actually happen. Why have I got a wall here? Just when I built the building, it's weird. But yeah, I was definitely done. It's weird to say that. Stupider with COVID. So hopefully you aren't stupider with COVID like I was, but you. Oops. That's kind of important, this bit, isn't it? Kind of a wall. But you might be. So I hope you get better soon. You know, that's the main thing. Just rest up. The biggest thing is rest up. Don't try and do a load of stuff like I was. But like I say, I was negative in my lateral flows. I was just like, okay, so I'm one of these people that just seems to be asymptomatic, kind of. I only had minor symptoms. If my wife didn't have it, I don't think I would have like thought I had anything. Apart from being dumb. You know, I'd just be like, oh, I'm not on it today. But for like a week and a bit. Sad to say, but yeah. Not so good. Not so good at all. Lewis4Z says hello. I say hello to you, sir. So, good. Good to see you. And we also got Laney as well. Hey, Laney. JT says he had that rut with Minecraft this summer. Been playing some modded Minecraft as a series to help me get my groove back on. Haven't been on to Batari for a while. You haven't, man. Come back. Come back, JT. But fair dues, what kind of mods have you been playing, JT? That's the main thing. I'm the exact same. I like a bit of modded Minecraft every so often. There's something about... I think the reason that it works so well is that you kind of go like... It gives you a new game again. So something that you're familiar with... That was weird, wasn't it? I could see down to the F. Something that you're familiar with, but is different enough where you have to learn some stuff, play around with some stuff. You just kind of chip it away at it, you know? Bit by bit, and get there. So I think there's something to be said for that, for sure. Definitely. What's going on here? I don't know what to do with this because there's 3 blocks there. I think I'm just going to cut that all the way up. We'll find out. It doesn't really matter. It's a diagonal-ish. I know it's not a diagonal building, an angled building. Need to say the words right. So yeah, but yeah, it's all good. JT says he's playing a 1.18 mod pack. Create flavored. It's focused on automation and industry with dungeons and sweet nevermore. Sounds good, man. That sounds cool. It's gonna be a fun, for sure. There we go. We got the floor. I know that it's not angled. I'm not gonna angle a floor like that. I think the more I'm thinking about it, I was like, I could try and do it, but how do you do like a? So every 3 blocks that it steps back. So then I could do it as a 3x3 block, but then if I do that, it's going to be square. So then I'm going to have to do it as 2x2 like it is now. And how do you do that? I don't know. My brain can't do that. My brain can't do that. Oh, man. Yeah. So, Shark Serious, yeah, it's harder to think with COVID. Yeah, man. There's something weird. There's something weird with it. It affects people in different ways. My wife just basically had a cold, like a really bad cold. She was exhausted. I just had like weird brain fog. So I was absolutely fine. I had no other effects at all, I think. Oh, some weird depression feelings. That was the other one, yeah. So feelings of depression, anxiety, that kind of stuff. And then just this really bizarre, can't think. It's just odd. It's honestly a weird disease. But apart from that, I was fine. Now I should say that I've had 3 jabs. So I had 2 original jabs. And I also had a booster as well. All of them Pfizer, just in case there's any people out there. I have been offered a 4th jab. At the minute, I'm not going for the 4th jab. I think part of my decision with that, and I think this is where the government went wrong over COVID. They didn't give people, or they gave some people a decision and they were trying to push it on others, but I think you just need to talk to people. For me, I was like, now that I've had it, I actually don't think it's going to be that bad. So for me, I've gone... I'm going to just, if I get it again, I get it again. And it's as simple as that. But I've been the same way with that, with stuff like, what's it called? Flu as well. But the last time I had flu, I was bad. And I was wishing I had a vaccine for that. Because I was really ill that time. So sometimes it happens. But yeah, I think the government went a bit wrong. Because they're like, you must have the vaccine. They started doing mandates. As soon as they do that, it's just like, no. Just talk to people instead. And simple as that. Just talk to people. It's the biggest thing you can do. Talk to people. Yeah. Laney says, I always come back around to Minecraft. My longest time not playing is 4 years. Laney, that's crazy, 4 years. JT added Terralith for better world gen and Infernum for never challenges. That sounds amazing. I have to check these out at some point. Killis is going to go and run errands. Thank you very much for joining me, Kit. I really appreciate it. And also for you contributing to my builds. I really appreciate that. So have a good evening. I hope you have a good Christmas as well. Mr. Shark Studio says the sore throat is the worst symptom. See, mine, I didn't have any. Not for me. Wife had like a cough. didn't think she really had a sore throat because she had more cold symptoms, so she must have had Omicron. So we didn't get it. Both of us work in healthcare. How we didn't get it for 2 years, I have no idea. Like, honestly, I have absolutely no idea how we didn't get it. And then, you know, Omicron comes around, everybody seems to be getting it. Actually, we went on holiday. It was only a local holiday, you know, where you just like journey to the next county over kind of stuff. But it just happened there was a marathon there with like 2,000 runners and probably about 1,000 spectators, and there was a load of kids coughing, and we were walking between 2 towns. It took us about an hour, and we're just like, that's a COVID cough, probably going to get it. And we got it, you know, 7 days later on the dot. Happened. So there was that. But you know, that is what it is. Oh, I've got a little chimney in this one. I was just thinking, like, I do a little chimney in this thing. Right, so we're now in Smithshaven as well. So we're going to go there. Lane says, I hate brain fog. Just get it around me. Ah, okay, so that's interesting because, yeah, my wife also has it just randomly as well. It just messes you up because you're just like, what's the word that I'm looking for? And then you forget what you're even thinking about. It's weird. It is weird. Just not found. We haven't found the source of it either. Just really odd. So, yeah, very odd. Earthman, yeah, 1.18 seems to be the sweet spot for both versions. Have like 92 mods. Trying to create a skirmish style gameplay on a world on Bedrock. Cool stuff for all realms. That sounds amazing. Obviously not as good as Java, but been fun in reigniting that spark. Yeah, there's definitely something about it, isn't there? David Heltzman says, do I have a Discord server? Yes, I do. And also welcome to the stream, David. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I do. We've got a Discord server. If you've got anything on there, you can go in and check it out. We've got a couple channels on there. I've tried to keep it quite minimal. So like the build channels, just for Minecraft stuff, we've got Medieval, which is pretty much anything up to like the modern era, but it's kind of a very it's very loose. So all it really means, like Victorian and all that kind of stuff, will be in that. Age of Sail will be in Medieval. Don't ask. It's just I just wanted to keep it simple. It's just if we can go like, I wasn't going to end it with like a specific date thing, but anything like that, you can post those in there. We've got a modern channel, so modern warships, any modern building, skyscrapers, cars, whatever, tanks, I don't know, whatever you want to do for there. And we've got sci-fi as well for all your space-themed things. So feel free to come join us. And also, I've got a channel in there called Promotion, so if you do have a YouTube channel and you want to post videos on there, whack it into the Promotion channel. Otherwise, I'll tell you off. And if I tell you off enough times, you'll disappear. That sounds very, sounds very much like the mafia, but you know what I mean. So yeah, just like most things, like treat everybody with respect, and people will treat you with respect. Simple as. So I'm gonna put that on top. I'm gonna put an anvil on this thing. I don't know why. I think it's gonna be like a chimney type thing, right? If we do this, like, does that look too modern? It's like an extractor fan over the thing, but yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna go with that. Right. So what else is going on? Then he says, haven't had much luck with modded. No. But yeah. Laney's favourite channel is the creative chat, so I can watch people coming on and offline. Fair enough, yeah. Does happen, yeah. So Laney's one of my supporters, my wonderful, wonderful supporters, who actually keeps the channel going. I would have quit a long time ago, by the way, without people on Patreon and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I would have run out of steam. So thank you to everybody that supports me. Really appreciate it. Right. Anyway, what are we going to do? I don't know. Let's have a look at how long we've been streaming for, because that will kind of decide everything. We've done an hour and a half. Okay, that's why I'm feeling a bit tired. That'll be why I'm feeling tired. So, I mean, we've not done loads, but we've done enough, I think. And it's been really fun as well. It's been really fun chatting to you guys. Is there anything that you guys want to see in the next 10 minutes, tour, like little tour-wise or whatever, or to chat to me about for the next 10 minutes? Because in 10 minutes' time, I will disappear. But I will be back because, like I say, I'm going to try to... One of the things I want to do, one of my goals for 2023 is to stream at least once a month. Ideally, I want to get that up more often. And it might be that these are just going to be like small streams, you know, like an hour long. or whatever, because I think that's probably more manageable. What I don't want to do is do what I've done in the past, where I just do these super long streams. I just don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I'm too old. Too old these days. No, it's mostly because of work, honestly. Work is the biggest thing. Work tires me out at the minute. Going to see how it's going over the Christmas period as well, so we'll see, because I'm working like pretty much all of it. Shark Studios, can we have a look at the small castle you built at the beginning? Yes, because you posted first. And also David said the inside of the guild houses. Yeah, okay. So there's not much inside of the guild houses, I'm afraid, David, but you'll see, I'll show you. Alright, so yeah, Grey Wolf, the first castle that I built in Lordsport, and this whole thing. Because I was like, oh, I'll build the castle there, that'll be the main castle. And I was like, it's actually tiny. Alright, so lesson number 1, guys. Build a house first. It'll get your scale right. Because I built this house, and this house is quite tall. You can kind of see the kind of height of the whole thing. Now when you go over to this castle, so this castle is actually smaller than the house. So there's a problem. But it's because I built this first, so my sense of scale was out. I mean, completely out. Completely out. So that's one of the things. It just happens that because it's on a bridge, it doesn't look terrible. But you have got this big tower and stuff like that. So in terms of, yeah, Castle Grey Wolf, pretty sure you're right there. What's going on here? What we've got is a small little gatehouse in here. We do have a little mechanism up there. So if we get there... Oh, there we go. There we go. I have got like ways to get into most places. So if we go into here, we do have a little mechanism there to be able to raise and lower the gate. And if people do go down, they have got some holes that we can throw things at them. We can just drop that, drop some stuff in. We can shoot them. We can get into this little bit here. So that's what's going on with this bit. Let me get back out again. I'm actually going to go out this way. There we go. Nice. So we've got that little bit here. We've got a little forge on the inside of this. This like wall here is almost like a false wall, if I'm honest. Because if it's the age of cannon, which of course we do have some cannons here, that wall could be destroyed pretty fast. But yeah, they've obviously dug it out to build a little forge. So we've got a little forging station here. It's a bit annoying that it's over here, but I think probably they'll build out this area instead. Maybe we'll redo it when we redo the interior. I don't know. Elena says Grey Dwarf. Absolutely, Grey Dwarf. Love it. What we've got as well, so you can get down into this area here. So what I've tried to do whenever I do them, although I don't do interiors for all of this stuff, I do try to plan it out and get it to work. And I usually do that while I'm doing the time lapses as well. Those holes are called murder holes. Correct. You are absolutely correct. But yeah. Kieran Stevens, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So we've got some stables as well in here. So there's including this big one right there. So we've got a couple of stables on the side of that building there. Just tried to cram some stuff in there. Then we've got 2 halls. So this is where it's interesting. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is, so to get the cannons up, to make it easier, what you can do is you can get your cannons, and then you can put rope around these things. I probably should do one over here, shouldn't I? Put rope around those things, and then get the cannon attached to it, and then you can obviously get a team of men to pull it, and that'll then pull the whole thing up. Makes it a little bit easier. That was the idea with those. We've got obviously another portcullis around here. This time you can just walk through it, because of course it's Minecraft and diagonal things are all like that, but we have got that one there. And then yeah, we got these 2 buildings. So this building at the back was the old hall. So if we go into there, it's got another portcullis. There's a lot of portcullises in this thing. And then inside it's completely empty. But this would be the hall where we've got the pillars going on. Then we're going to have the ceiling. So at some point I was planning on continuing that hall on. Have it all exactly the same. And maybe have this as something else. I don't know. What would this be? A feast hall? Yeah, we could have this as the feast hall maybe. And then you've got quarters and everything like that. But it's still relatively big. Quite a lot of floors. Big glass around the place as well. So all of that. But I haven't built the way up to this, have I? I don't think I have. Thinking actually, how do I get up to this? You can't even get up to that one. Yeah, there's a lot of work I need to do on this now that I'm looking at it. But we do have... Oh, I do like these little bits. I love building this kind of stuff where you can walk around the build and then have all this stuff around there. See my sick freight ship of the line over that side. So this goes into here. And this goes to here. And that goes into there. Okay. So a lot of it you can walk into different bits and bobs of it. So I do try to do that stuff. So yeah, we got the hall. So that's the hall area. Not much going on in there. I haven't even put in the ladders actually. Not the ladders, the staircases. There we go. My words are all going out. Right, what else? Sorry, I was just catching up on the chat. I thought it was a bird bath. Fair dues. To be fair, yeah, it's not a bad idea actually. I haven't got any bird baths. That's a good idea though. Right, so then the next tool that we've got going around there. David says the portion of the wall that you can fire down at people are called matriculations. Yes. Yes. Those are actually matriculations of these things right here. Look at that. I can now shoot down at people. So, you know, come around to here. Yeah, I'm going to shoot down at you. Apart from that, I've blocked it off with these kind of other buildings around there. But that's fine. Yes, that's what we got there. And then over here, this is the other hall. And this, I started doing little bits and bobs of it. So we've got like these little walkway sides on this side here. Which then gets you into all these different areas around here. Again, nice little system has been built. And then we got these kind of areas like that. And it's got a staircase, good. So this staircase will then join onto this bit, whatever this is. And stuff like that. It's all nice and interesting, really. I love it. But yeah. Shadiversity, yes, absolutely. I haven't watched Shad for quite a while, though. I'll be honest. I don't know why, but I've kind of gone off him. For some reason, I went, nah, I'm alright. I don't know, there's something... One of his videos annoyed me. I think it was he was complaining about the YouTube algorithm. It's like, just be happy with what you got, man. Like, yeah, there might be some stuff in the algorithm. It's code at the end of the day. Code sometimes might not favour you. That's fine. Be cool with it. Instead, like I was saying earlier, like I was saying earlier, like I've got 28 views, and somebody's like, "Oh man, you've only got 28 views," and I'm like, "No, that's cool. That's brilliant. That's awesome." That's why you got to think about things, because I was gonna be like, "Oh man, but this other YouTuber had 1,000 people watching him when he was live." Be like, that's cool. This just makes it more inclusive. I can actually talk to you people. That's way more. That's worth more to me than a ton of views. So I'd much rather it like this kind of small, where when you can post a comment, I can answer your comment. We have a conversation. That means a lot more to me. So that's the way you got to think about things. If you start to, so I think that's what annoyed me, because I was just like, no, you've just got the wrong mentality for all this stuff. You can always have more. But more isn't always better. There we go. Laney said, talking to a room with 30 people is a lot less stressful than 1,000. It is. If I had 1,000 people and you guys were commented, I wouldn't read a single comment, because I wouldn't be able to. It'd be flickering. It'd be just a constant stream of noise. Wouldn't be as enjoyable. See, for me, actually talking to 1,000 people, or talking in a room to 1,000 people, isn't a problem. It used to be, but as I've gone up in my career and stuff, doesn't really matter at all. I don't know why. I think it's just one of those things you can learn, so it doesn't actually bother me at all. But totally, you can be a lot. But what you do, yeah, you lose that kind of personal touch. Like you can actually lock eye contact with people if you're in a physical room, things like that. So yeah, much better. But yeah, I think that video annoyed me since I said about it. So it's obviously annoyed me a bit. But yeah. The little holes in the gatehouses look like little faces. They do, don't they? I think I did that on purpose. Let me have a look. They always do, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, this thing in particular. Like that one does. I think that looks like a face. So it's got some eyebrows and everything over his eyes. Little mouth there. I love that though. I love it. If you can find stuff like that and it makes you happy, do it. That's why I do it. But yeah. Settings. I like the design of the cannon batteries around the place. I like how it looks like the castle had been modified for the age of sail. It has a bit, but not fully. But yeah, that was some of the feedback that I got, because I was just like, yeah, it's not really a castle anymore. It could be blown to hell. That's why I tried to put in these things, so it looks like it's been kind of extended over time, and they've kind of added that in. And this does protect the bay quite well. I should say that as well. You would not want to try and invade this place. Lordsport in general would be pretty... So this is the only way you can get in via sail. So you'd already get this castle at the entrance, which would fire a load of cannon at you. Even if you can get to here, you'd be able to broadside this thing. But it's quite high, so you'd have to get your cannons aimed up. But already you would have been shot at while you're going towards it. Then you're going to get shot in the face by these things on this side, and then more on there. And of course, they'd have actual ships around that they can get people into while you're moving in. I don't think you'd make it. Honestly, I don't think you'd make it very well. So yeah. Angry Bunny, says Laney. Yeah, absolutely. I will give him a go again, because I have enjoyed Shad's videos from time to time. I definitely have. Can I increase the render distance? I can, it just gets really laggy these days. So let me whack it up to 32, and I'll just sit here and I'll just talk to you guys. How about that? Sound good? And then I'll go and I need to have a look at some of the guild stuff. No, that's the other thing. So there we go. Ooh, whack it up to 32. Let that load up. Yep. Oh. There you go. Look, you can start to see things in the background. That's pretty much, that's 32 is all the way over there. Can I see this whole bay? Hoppinate crazies, I'm guessing. Builds are amazing. Are you planning on building somewhere else on the island in the near future, or do you plan to finish? I want to finish Lordsport first. Definitely. I want to finish it. I've got a long way to go, but I just need to get back into it. I need to get pumped up. I need to get into this like smash it out mode where I'm just going to be really going for it. But this is the kind of where we've got now. All right. Sorry, it's a bit weird lens-wise. It's the only way to, because if I zoom out too much, I then have to zoom out too much, if you know what I mean. But 30, it looks great. I love it on like field of view 30, but I usually have a 90 for me. So there we go. This is what we've got so far. So we need to get up to this line over here. That will then finish off Smith's Haven, which I think we can do. I think we can do relatively fast. The next area is going to be where we're going to have a big cathedral. All right. Now this is where I was like, oh, I do not want to do an aqueduct, but I gave in to you guys. But yes, I did put in an aqueduct. You were totally right, by the way. Everybody that said about an aqueduct, you were completely right. But the aqueduct's huge. This is like one of you guys said. Zidling said, find long distances, render distance, make the build and landscape smaller. They do, because you look at this and then you don't realise that when you actually land on it, like this is like relatively small up here. But you go to like this level and you're like, oh, it's a really big build. By the way, guys, if you want to do angled stuff with slabs and stairs, figure out the pattern and then just stick with it and do it all in one go, because I couldn't remember how to do this anymore. But I did put in my slabs and stairs on that, and then yeah, down the bottom as well. So it definitely does make everything feel smaller because it's all huge. But yeah, we're going to put in a big cathedral in this bit, so that will be a real pain to build. But once it's done, it's done. And then we got like little bits of land around here. We've got that island over there. We've got the Nobles District. The Nobles Districts. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that actually. I was gonna get the donators in on that actually. I was thinking. And we actually build them a house in the Nobles District. So we're going to get, you know, Sir John T and Sir Bird of the round table. I don't know, whatever we want to do really. There we go. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Is it alright? So, yeah. So Laney says, probably need to get more ships around my area. I had. Bird would edit some in for me since I still refuse to learn how to use it. Fair dues. No problem. I've got loads on the plot world as well, Laney. If you want to grab them, just take them. So that'd be good. Rather just blockade the entire city from land and sea and just starve them into submission. That is totally possible, Dave. That is totally possible. The only thing is with this one, I guess, is that because they've got multiple ports, you're going to have to really block them in. So I mean, like the little port over here, for example, you're going to be able to get small ships in and out. So to blockade all of that, you're going to need quite a few ships. You definitely need quite a few ships. But you could starve the city out, I reckon, because it'll just be, they'll have fish. There's some pretty crazy stories of like really long sieges going on. Lady Laney, absolutely, Laney, absolutely, totally, got to be done. How long have I been building this city for? I think it's about 2 years now, isn't it? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, absolutely mental. So yeah. Are you planning on doing the cathedral angled? Oh, shucks, Judas, you had to ask that question, didn't you? Well, when I did the church, now I didn't realise this. Again, this is where you guys helped me out so much. This church is actually wrong. So, from what I remember, churches go from west to east, and this is going from north to south. So, thank you very much for commenting on that. I did not realise that was a thing. You can tell that I am not religious, because I think I would have picked up on that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. I have no idea. But I didn't realise that. So, it needs to actually go, from what I remember, west to east, or it's east to west. It's something like that. But I think it's from... The entrance has got to be on the west side, and then the back of it is at the east. So that was wrong. But when I was building this, I did start off angled, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make it happy. I think I'm going to do it straight. And I think I'm going to do it straight because you can get more detail in. Because I love this. I absolutely love this. For you Assassin's Creed fans, by the way, here's the little Easter eggs that are around here. That's right. Yeah, that is absolutely right. Hay bales in a little cart. I'm not joking. There's a couple of these around the city as well. So, yeah, absolutely love that. But, yeah, I think I'm going to do it straight. So, I think I'm going to do it straight. It's just going to be too difficult to do it angled. I think I'll end up losing detail from doing it. But I did say in the video when I did the church, I'll do the next one, angled. So, I don't know. Maybe what we'll do, because we do need some sort of religious building in Smith's Haven, I think. We need either a chapel, something like that, something smaller. So, yeah, definitely we'll go for that. So, we'll see. We will see. Shark Studios, ships are quite fun to build until you need vertical slabs. I wish we could have vertical slabs. Honestly, I would love that in the game. I loved it when it was in Conquest. It's just when you're building something, you're like, cool, I want to angle this now. And then you go, I've got to figure out how to do this. But yeah. We will see. We will see. Zidlings, there's a huge perimeter for any attacker to cover. There is indeed. There is indeed. Yeah. Kieran says, I always do my churches wrong. It's weird. Honestly, I didn't know that this was a thing until people actually mentioned it in the comments. I then looked it up and I was like, oh my god. This is a thing. And then I went into my hometown. I had a look at like all the churches around my hometown. They're all exactly the same. It's like one of those secret, like the way I was thinking about it, it's like, like Freemason type stuff, and you're like, oh, the Freemasons is a secret that they put into everything, and then actually it just happens to be a thing, and there's a really good reason for it. So yeah, absolutely cool. Yep. Lady says in this world it's north to south, different religion totally, absolutely. But yeah, leap of faith, absolutely, Kieran. And by the way, the reason I do that is my wife loves Assassin's Creed. In fact, when we went to Italy, we went to Monteriggioni because that's the hometown of Ezio Auditore. So we actually went there. It's a lot smaller than in the game. They've added a lot more buildings into the game. But yes, love it. Have an Assassin's Creed skin, and I love that detail. Also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, fantastic game. Oh man, we've loved that. So we usually play quite a few games together. That is one that we've just been addicted to. Like Skyrim was one of them where we played it together and took it in turns. Valhalla is another one. Like I ended up doing all the hard challenges. I don't know why, or hard boss battles and all that kind of stuff. But that's a good game. That's such a good game. Really good. Lenny, I'm so glad mangrove wood exists. I know, I like it. I really like it. I've been trying to this is the thing, it's going to be interesting because as, Lordsport grows and builds and all of that stuff, we're going to get all these different, like, colours coming into it. And actually, I think that's going to be quite cool. I was thinking about it, like, we've got the slate and stuff like that gets put into this building. And that's just going to carry through, and we're going to end up with loads of really interesting coloured roofs and different stuff. But I really like it with the dark oak. So I did this with birch in the video, and I looked at it again and I went, oh god, that's horrible. But yeah, really interesting. Kieran says, also the nave on a church is not straight, it's slightly angled to mimic Jesus on the cross. I didn't know that. That's fascinating. That's absolutely fascinating. Thank you for letting me know that. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Absolutely crazy. AC Valhalla is amazing on PS5. Yeah, PS5s, man. Oh, one of my colleagues at work has just bought a PS5. And his brain has melted from playing games on it. They've really stepped it up a bit. I'm still PC Master Race all the way. My wife is an Xbox fan, but yeah, the PS5, just the graphical graphical prowess of a PS5 is currently incredible. But yeah. Bricks has got to go. Thank you very much for joining me, Bricks. I really appreciate it. So it was really good to chat to you as well. All good. How do the citizens of Lordsport get fresh water? Is the citizens? Yes. It's the citizens. Well. So, one of them is this rather large device to carry water in. PS3 supremacy, of course. Yep. Oh god, I'm gonna have a gonna have a whole discussion about this. So yeah, one of them is to do with getting water from the mountain over here. So we've got a little stream. I'm gonna do like a cave or something. I'm gonna have some cave somewhere, but at the minute we just got some little streams coming out from there that goes into the aqueduct. That aqueduct then feeds down into the city, so that goes all the way down there. We've also over on this side got an actual river coming in as well, so that's the other thing. Definitely. Lenny says there's some deep lore on churches. Yeah, man, that's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy, Lenny. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, the other way of getting fresh water is there is actually a river, which I know has a split, which is very unnatural. That's fine. I just wanted to. I like river islands. I really do. So yeah, we've got all the water that comes through here, and that goes all the way up into the mountains over there, which actually we can actually even see, which is rare, obviously. So we've got all of that. So those are the two ways at the minute. It's getting a little bit glitchy. That's because I'm loading up so much of the world and streaming at the same time, so my internet is struggling. I don't know why. I've got fibre to the house, so I've got very fast broadband to the house, but my office is on the exact opposite part of the house. Like honestly, it couldn't be further. It's perfect diagonals. So my Wi-Fi isn't actually the best at all. So it's definitely struggling with uploading and loading up the world from a server. Are we going to do any underground builds in the city? Sewers, canals, dungeons with secret paths and entrances to important buildings? Yeah, at some point I will. I don't want to get too into that because that's the kind of stuff where I can't really make a video about it unless I do the... Like, that was one of the ideas with the building with Dakr, but for example, like down the docks here, what we've got, we've got all these docks and stuff like that. There is like these areas like... Does someone go anywhere? No. So some like... All I've done is the little... arches and things like that supported it. I think the other one has some stuff. I'm actually going to lower my render distance because it is chunking. It is chunking quite a bit. Too much for me. It's even chunking on this, to be fair. So like down here, you might notice that there's this weird path, isn't it? Oh yeah. And that's because this leads to... Where are we? Oh god, I can't even get it to line up properly. There we go. It's the statue, right? So I'll show you guys where this is. But yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff. I love this little secret stuff. It's just, it takes ages. Maddie, have a great statement. Lord, off for some food. Fair enough. I've got to do the same in a little bit as well. Yeah, it's getting close. So let's actually go through the streets that you guys don't get to see. I'll go down, in fact. So you guys really don't get to see this kind of stuff. We'll go through some of the back alley types of things around here. So go past Frying Nemo, and also the Codfather. I believe it's called the Codfather. We'll go through this. Like these are the bits that I absolutely love about it. And like all these little windows, which you get a little window into the different places. Like down there's a whole basement level of that guild. It's the only bit I've done. But yeah, there's a little just down there. That's where we were. So yes is the answer. I just have only done the like bare bones type stuff of the whole thing, and I really want to around the statue, around the arena, make that where it goes down. And also, yes, the Mafia boss old lady's house. You're absolutely right. And I think did I do something or didn't I do something? Oh man, that's her old house here, the old lady. I think it was at the back actually. Whoops, let's actually go through the door, doesn't it? Is it here? Do something? No. It's underneath. No, wait. Actually, yes. Is it? Ah, there we go. Right. It's a little... You have to crouch, but... Yeah, I was going to go from here, I think it was. Look. Secret passageway. I planned many things. Where does this even go? Nowhere. Wait a minute. This does go somewhere. Let's grab a lantern. Ooh. Where's this go to? Where does that go to? So that leads to Oh, that leads to... Oh, this is the poor place, right. So that goes all the way underneath there into the lower class housing, which I love this place as well. It feels so messy and crazy. What's that one? The Rat's Tail. I love that as a name for an inn. And where does the other one go? So yeah, I started doing like little bits and pieces around here. It's all the stuff that you don't get to see. Just need to actually obviously make it a thing. Oh, that goes nowhere. But yeah, we've got little bits and bobs. Anyway, I need to show off the Guildhall bits that I've done so far, for sure. And also need to get caught up on everything. Addicted to making that type of stuff in my builds. It makes them so complicated. It does, JT. It does. Yeah. Complicated but rich in lore and character. Absolutely, Earthman. You're totally right. That is the Mafia boss's old lady house. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Yep, that's her house. So right underneath the guards. Guards everything. By the way, does everybody like the face? I love the face on this dude. It's so funny. I loved making this statue. That horse statue. I absolutely loved it. It took ages to do as well. One of my favourite Lordsport gamers, Roof Running, aka AC. Absolutely, I've tried to do it where you can do that as much as you can. Yeah. Laney, you haven't explored Lordsport in person since joining the server. Just go and do it if you fancy it. Yeah. It's a good bit of fun. Yeah, it's always good fun. Laney says, could always get donators to build the sewers and passageways and things to explore. Absolutely. Totally cool with that. Give me your ideas and we'll have a chat about it. For sure. Hashtag Catacombs with Dakr. I love that, JT. Should make a roleplay service with different kingdoms are located and fight against each other. I would love to do that at some point. Balniba, by the way, Balniba, welcome as well. Welcome to the stream. Really good to see you here. Yeah, I would love to do that. It's just time. Doing that kind of stuff takes so much time. I started doing it on. I got a mod with Conquest mod stuff, and I started to add in NPCs to Hemberg, and that took ages. It took ages because I got kind of like obsessed with like, oh, I need to get the skins. Oh, I haven't got the skin. Okay, I need to make one. You know, I started getting to that, or I need to find one. I ended up just spending a lot of time doing that stuff. A lot of time, way too much time. But I would love to. Absolutely love it. Going to ask about Burial, actually. Is there a catacomb planned for Lordsport? That would be very cool. JT, what I was wanting... Actually, this is something that if you guys wanted to do, you could do. Like as a little project. We have got the entrance to the catacombs right here. And it goes nowhere underneath the church. So if you wanted to do something underneath the church, go for it. Honestly, do some like burial stuff. For sure. Actually, to be fair, the church I'm pretty happy with. Oh, I love my organ. I absolutely love the organ. I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. I love that thing. That was so good. So, yeah, with that, you can do any of that if you want to. Go for it. Absolutely. If you want to do that underneath the church, feel free to do it. Go for it. Build the catacombs. Or even the stuff up here, because I never got around to it. But if that's something that you want to do, if you want to build in here as well, like build some... places for the priests and such. Go for it. Love it. Absolutely love it. I love how this is just a random box going all the way up as well. And the bells as well. They go all the way through, right to the top. Mental. Yeah, love it. Catacombs make me think of Hunchback of Notre Dame. See, that's the thing. I've not been into any catacombs. So I've seen like Minecraft ones. But I haven't seen any other ones. But if you do, yeah, it's good. Give it a fun. Give it a fun. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Didn't say any large enough for a city-type graveyards. That is very true, yeah. Yeah, love it. Alright. Okay, right. So, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Oh, no, I'm not going to call it a day for that. I need to show the Merchants Guild stuff first. Right, so this was going to be the Merchants Guild with the Merchants Guild Tower. In terms of the interior for this one, I have not done a lot, alright? So, by that, I mean there's nothing in the inside here, but there is a basement. So, I've done a very typical kind of basement filled... What's going on there? That's weird. Why is that floating like that? Oh! There's supposed to be a chest there. What? There is some weird stuff going on with this. There we go. Get a chest there. Get that across there. Why is that floating? That's also got chests there. What is going on with the chests? This is very bizarre. I do not like this. Look. Right, let's get that there. There we go. So very strange things going on. But this is what I've got underneath. So I've done a vaulted ceiling to hold everything up. We've got these nice little windows. I love doing these. Absolutely love doing these. So from the street, you can then have a look through, and you can actually see, and you can see some stuff like a bit of light, and you can see some bits and bobs in there. Make them a little bit, you know, a little rat race kind of a thing. But when we go upstairs into the Merchants Guild, it does get a little bit bigger because the building actually gets bigger, which is kind of interesting. When you push it out like a little bit, suddenly you go from that and you go to this. It's because there's posts and things like that. Oh, not there. There? How does this even work? I have no idea. I think it's because it's all stone underneath there. So yeah, we've got all that there. Up here, we then go to the first part of the tower. So I need to build some stuff in the tower and all of that. And I started doing like little bits of like the stairway and things like that, because this is where you're going to get into the real tower, and then everything else is up from there. So it's crazy stairway. These are very big buildings. These are very, very big buildings. Get to there. And then one of my favourite places so far in the city, especially when I was building the city kind of early on, was in here, because you get this just really nice view. If I whack up the distance again, I'll catch up on the chat as well, because I'm very aware I'm behind. So I'm sorry, guys. Try and engage as much as I can. You get this view, which you can imagine if you were like, you know, Merchants Guild people. You came up here, you'd go like, wow. This is cool. This is very cool. So yeah. Catacombs with skulls of long-dead dragons who belonged to legendary rulers ages ago. Yeah, very good idea. Yep. Secret staircase under the former king's coffin. Very nice, Laney. Very nice. Minecraft everything. How's it going? Am I playing Minecraft? I am indeed, of course. I am. There we go. Am I playing Bedrock? I am not. No, Java. Java for life. Until we get like shaders and stuff, which isn't just the RTX stuff, because I upgraded my graphics card because my last graphics card exploded. It didn't explode, but it just died. It just really died in a very painful way. So I got a new graphics card, but I got a cheaper one rather than an expensive one. I was looking at it and I was like, I just need to replace my PC, and I ain't got the money for it. So get it patched and then start saving. So yeah. Am I playing Minecraft on the phone? No. I am not. But yeah, I love this view. This is a very good view. Especially when I was doing the early city. I was like, this looks cool. You can see the castle in the background. You see the castle over there. You can see some ships. And you can see the arena and all that stuff. And I like it. I like it a lot. So that's really cool. I think I put another one on the other side. No, I didn't. I need to do that at some point. I was going to do it on the other side as well, so then you can look over this part of it. But you can then... This is what makes me sad. You like look over this part and you go, it's not complete like the other side. So I need to obviously get that there, but that's fine. We will fill it up as we go along. You know, we will get there for sure. No problem at all. JT, need to upgrade yours too. Moving cities in spring 23. Then maybe a PC update. Absolutely, man. Try and cash flow as much as you can. That's the main thing I'd say. For sure. Try and cash flow the whole thing. That's why I've like, I could have gone, oh, I could get a loan for that. I honestly was like, oh, I could get a loan for that. I'll be able to pay off. And I was like, well, if I'm going to get a loan for it, why don't I just save up for it? I can patch my PC, get it working again. I can even upgrade my graphics card for the same, like for nothing compared to what I paid for the graphics card, you know, probably 8 years ago or something. So I'm just saving. I'm just plonking some money in a bank account. It'll grow month by month, and then suddenly I'll be able to do this. So yes, it'll be good. But yeah. Right. So yeah, that's what's going on that one. We've also got this one here, which is this is kind of like going to be like a mall type of thing. It's going to be like a mall. So we've got lots of storage kind of things down here, including these weird ones, which kind of go like this one goes into one, and this one goes into one. Laney and JT, if you want to link all this up, because this is like a rat race of storage areas, you know? You got one that goes to another that then goes to another one. So if there was something where you wanted to tie this up, do it, man. Hide it behind a load of stuff. Put in a floor. Like or I can put it in the floor, whatever. And then go for it if you wanted to then join all of that up. That's what I was going to do at some point. So we've got this area in here anyway. And this has got the crazy like angled tower, which when you look at it like that, it looks like a crazy pattern, but it's just angled. And that's also got a tower as well. So this is all the merchants kind of building around here. But I was planning on doing like almost like a mall type of thing. Medieval mall. Don't we love that? Absolutely do. So yeah, that'll be really good, and we'll get all that done as well. And then the only other one that we've got in terms of a guild, we will have more guilds as well. Oh no, I did it that way, did I? Oh, how do I get off this thing? Is there any way I can quickly get? Can I jump onto this barrel? Then yeah, I can. Cool. Then sneak. Excellent. Then the other one is the Warriors Guild, which heavily inspired from Skyrim-y type stuff. I am dying on the frame rate now. There we go. Much better. Which is this 4 tower, the old gatehouse type of thing, which I quite like the look of. So, yeah, this one we need to do some more building with Dakr episodes, and we'll go from there. Really, yeah. Laning ammo, I'm seeing we can do tiers. Yeah, just give me a shout if there's a like the Warriors Guild. I totally want to do, and the castles I totally want to do. Though actually, to be fair, the only castle that I want to do is the really big one over there. So yeah, if you wanted to. Even if you wanted to do that one, Grey Wolf, go with it. Build it out. Like this one I definitely want to do myself. I need to at some point. It's just huge. And I started playing around with some really cool... so like this at the top is going to be a chapel, which I know, again, is not correct. It's like, it's kind of it's too angled, but it's kind of west to east, right? But I'll do a little chapel type thing up here, I think. I can imagine them having their own. But yeah, so yeah, I started playing around. That was very weird, wasn't it? It's because I knocked that one instead. Knocked myself onto the floor into like slug mode or whatever it's called. But I started playing around with like the colours on the inside, and I love this. I love the look of all this and the window boxes and things like that. So I totally want to do this one. But the other one you can do, go for it. Or give me a shout if you've got an idea and you go like, if you're not too sure, give me a shout. And answer will probably be yeah. But feel free to go for it. Add your in touch. Add it in. Put in a thingy. We'll do a little video of you showing it off. Could be a short. Could be a long video. I don't know. Depends. Who knows? So yeah, I was playing around with these. I love this. Yep. Weird lighting up there. Yeah, there is. Yeah, the lighting's all rubbish in here and it looks weird on the roof, doesn't it? Very weird. But yeah, I was playing around with those kind of colours, and I've been playing around with. Then we got these reds as well. So even using like the soil, like crimson nylium, I was trying to do like a nice pattern on the top, and then using the skulker boxes as well on the top of that to give it a nice pattern. And then with the purple one, oh yeah, I went with this. I love this warp type fey thing. Don't know how you pronounce it. I'm gonna murder it every time. But yeah, I like that as well. I can't remember. Did I do another layer? Look at all these rooms with all these colours in there. No, this one's just grey. So this one's like the whatever quarters. I don't know, but it starts to get into the lower parts of the castle then from this one. You can kind of see little murder holes around everywhere. How do we get out like easily? Is there an easy way out? This one? Yeah, this one is. I'm trying to remember all the doors and stuff, but I wouldn't want to take on this castle if I'm honest. It'd be quite difficult because. Well, you gotta get to there, then you got this massive gatehouse, and then you have to go around this bit. Get to there. We've even got the servant quarters as well, which I do need to finish up on the side here. This kind of like big building here has been built purely for. I think this is gonna be the kitchens. I'll have some other stuff as well. So they even have their own entrance into it. Obviously, this little door on the side here, which I'm pretty sure people would batter through. Get into this bit. Oh, and one of the most important things was it in this wall? Yeah, it is. Toilet. This. Check this out. Look. And this goes down to here, and then that goes down into there. I'll show you where that ends up. Yeah, I don't know why. I like this. For some reason I enjoyed making a toilet. That's very weird to say, but that actually then goes to here. This little poop chute right here. And then goes down into here. There's some water around here, which this water comes from nowhere. Ah, okay. Well, that's fine. I think that's going to be... There's a little channel, isn't there? Yes, there's a little... Not really a moat, but it's like a cut-out channel type thing around here. Where we got some water coming out of somewhere. But I don't... Oh yeah, what I was going to do with this was I was going to do a little monks area actually, and have it tied into the church somehow. So extend this walkway around here, build a little house for the priest or whatever. Not really, I keep on saying monks, but it's totally wrong. Cool. Okay. Don't mind if it's in videos. I just like touching other people's projects. Okay, fair dues, Laney. Yeah, I mean, go for it. I'll still do a video on it, though. I'll show it off. Whether that's a short, like I say, we could do a little short for it where I just fly through the whole thing, do some nice stuff, put some music, chat about it. I don't know. So, yeah. Anger building Minecraft scared me. I think I did it only one. I did only one so far. Small, old stoneworks, literally everything else is straight. It scared me too. Honestly, it was... I had to be pushed quite hard by somebody called Shula on live streams. But it's not as bad as you think it is. So in terms of the straight buildings in Lordsport, we've got this castle, this building, the church. This castle right here is all angled. I have never done an angled castle like this ever, but it looks really cool. I love it. It's still very square, but the towers are obviously circular. The good thing is, oh yeah, the cheat code. Circular towers, doesn't matter how you angle them, they'll still end up the same. So do circular towers if you can do a castle like that. But then like it all looks pretty good. It's pretty solid, this whole thing. So that was good fun, but it's not as bad as you think it is. You just need to build bigger, a little bit bigger. So yeah, there's not that many straight ones. We've got 1, 2, 3. This building here, 4, 5. 5 buildings. I think there's another one over here. Yeah, 6 there. I think it's 6. I think it's 6 straight buildings. The rest of them are angled. Yeah, the rest of them are angled actually. So yeah, 6 straight buildings. The key to it is getting comfortable with the roofs and stuff like that. Once you nail it, you'll be fine. But the only way you need to do it really is you just choose a number of blocks. So let's say 2, and you just go like this, like 2. And then when you do the corner, you just add another one going this way. And now because the square would normally be like this, now you just turn it. So that means that you're going to go this way. And then you turn that corner, and then you do the 2s, and you just follow the same pattern really. 3, 4, and then go 2s like that. So you end up with, like for a 2, that's it. Now what's interesting is, it's the same for every single other angle, apart from diagonal. Don't do diagonal. Diagonals are a pain in the butt. They've got their own different rules and all that kind of stuff. But if you do it with 3, you could do it with 3 and do this. Go 3, and you go this way. It's going to be square, obviously, but am I going that way? No, I'm not. I'm going in. There we go. Like that. So you end up with, like, you just do that, and that's it. There's really not much else about it. It's weird. It's totally weird. It's the weirdest thing ever. And you suddenly go, oh, okay. And then you just go, cool, I'll just build that. And like this one's just using that 3, right? So you go 3, 3, 3. And then you go, oh, wait a minute, but there's a load of detail on that. And it's like, yeah, it's the same detail you'd do on a straight build to make it look interesting. There's no real difference. So, you use different blocks, use, trapdoors, use... what they called, the little details around here, walls and all that stuff. Use note blocks, all of it. You just end up doing little bits of detail, and you go, oh well, this one I'm going to go up, and I'm going to place the thing on this one. I'm going to go up and place the things. You just do it, and then it ends up working. It's the same even with stuff like this. So this one, I think this one's more complicated. There's a 5, yeah, it's 5s. So we've got 5s, but we've got these blobs every so often, these big blobs. But it was just, well, every so often I'm going to stick out a square blob. And it's going to go out 1 block from whatever it is. And you just, it's like everything. Practice. Just practice. And that's it. But yeah, roofs aren't too bad. All you have to do is you follow it again. So this one's 5, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 5th one is the one that I then wrap around. So that's the way I do it. I then wrap that one around and connect it. And then when you go to the next, you do the same thing. And in this case, we've got 5 over the top. And then 5 down. So as long as you have, whatever you do, you stick to. Because I could have done, rather than this one wrapping around, have this one wrap around. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Just you choose one and you stick to it, and then it all looks smooth. So for me, I'm like a rules-based, because I'm a programmer, I'm a rules-based person. So I always do the wraparound on the last before I move out. Like, that's my rule. And it just helps everything look consistent. So like here, for example. What's this one? This one's a 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fourth one then is supposed to wrap around, but it doesn't. Oh, this one doesn't because of the top. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's some other rules as well that you end up making up. I'm more than happy to go through those rules at some point if you guys want me to. No probs at all. But yeah, you get it. After you start doing it, you start getting it. It's really weird. Yeah. Right, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a day for that. I've really enjoyed having a live stream with you guys. Thank you for everybody that's joined me today. I really appreciate it. Hey, pal. Sorry, I just saw you come in there. So, hey, how's it going, man? But yeah, really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure it's Pavel, isn't it? I'm thinking Pavel, not Powell. That's me anglicising your name there, but I'm pretty sure it's Pavel. Yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody has a good Christmas. And I will see you in the new year because, like I say, I'm going to be trying to do more and more streams. Who knows? I might even stream before Christmas. I have no idea. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. That's my new rules about stuff. So, like I say, thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one.